that flame, laugh through the pain, but she still got game. Everyday life with a twist and a grin. Tears, truth, jokes, but here begin. She break it down real, never play and pretend. Take heed to the message, lessons to the lens.
Hey, 18. How are you, baby? It's good to see you.
Came from the source,
Shout out
built
to
from the
Corey
scars.
Joe,
Turned all them
1000
L's and
Watts
twist to
Radio,
Mars.
for the
Ain't here
amazing
preach, just
intro
here to
music.
relate. She done felt in the traps, now
Good
she
morning,
shifting the
family.
plate.
How y'all
Every slip
doing?
was set up for her.
We about to
Next
start our little
prize,
trouble.
not your poor truth with a joke on the side. No filth, no fluff, just soul in the mix. Every story got a gem, every back got a fix. She went and wet from heartbreak to hustle, from crying in the dark to finding the muscle. So if you watch it, man, open your ears, cause the realest lessons come wrapped in them tears. Take heed to the message, you gon' feel
Hey,
inspired.
how
Real
are
talk, no
you?
cut, just the truth in life. She been through the fire, now she see that flame. Loud through the pain, but she still got game.
Shout out to
Everyday
Corey
life with a
Joe,
twist and a
1000
grin.
Watts
Tears,
Radio.
truth, jokes, where the hill begin. She break it down real, never play and pretend. Take heed to
She
the
said, I
lessons,
love the
lessons through the
outfit. Thank you,
lens.
baby. Y'all know I had to go shopping.
She say how it is, no shoot, no mask. Life goes to a love, but it's all gonna last. It's life uncut with a side to grace. She a voice in your ear when the world in your place. So laugh
Laugh if
if
you
you
want,
want,
cry
cry
if
if
you
you
need.
need. But one thing for sure, you gon' take heed. Cause she been through the mess, now she blessed and the proud. The truth in the chest, and the head still proud.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Shout out to Corey Joe, 1000 Watts Radio. Brother content is always fire. Gave me an amazing intro music. Do you feel me? Okay, so y'all listen, you will see different attire this week, okay? You'll see different attire this week. I had got 12 outfits made. Well, I didn't get 12 outfits made. My king got me 12 outfits made in the motherland, and I was ecstatic. I was like, "What?" Um we went to a designer in Abuja, and my king said, "Get whatever you want." I was like, "What?" And mind you, we went for business. We went for business, okay? We went for business only. Okay. So I wasn't supposed to get anything because we just went to do some business and come back home. That's why the vacation was like short, you know. I don't know if I can call it a vacation because I didn't do any of the things that I like to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, after business was done, he was like, "I'm taking you somewhere." So we got in the car. The driver took us and he surprised me. We went to the shop and he was like, "Get whatever you want." I was like, "Serious?" So I was snatching everything down what I wanted. And the lady said, "I'll have it made for you in 3 days." I was like, "Serious?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll have everything made in 3 days." And so everything was made. I'm just missing like a few pieces, but that's it. So you'll see different attire. I'll wear my regular attire too, but y'all, you know what I think? I'm spoiled. That's what I'm really, I'm looking at this like my husband really spoiled me. You know what I'm saying? Like he really spoils me. And I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you, sir. I want to say that. You know what I'm saying? With my full chest, I want to say I appreciate you. I'm sorry for all the aggravation over the 18 years. Okay? But I hope it's good aggravation. Okay? But I want to say thank you for everything that you do for me. Everything that you do for me, I could never forget it. Do you understand? So I just want to say that to my husband. And let's get into the foolery this morning. So I seen 18. 18, what's up, baby? Steven, I see you. What's going on? Walker, what's up, player? How you doing? So let's get into the first foolery of the day. The title of this nonsense this morning is, again, we doing part two. Tyler Perry. We gonna scratch Cassie out of there because we done with Cassie. Well, we might go back to Cassie. I'm not sure. Tyler Perry and Cassie. What is done in the dark must come to the light. Part two. Okay, we gonna get into the foolery. All right, this morning we gonna get into it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, A team is here, Steven. I see her. She's here. No, no, no. She here. Now I don't know if she's still here, but in the beginning of the show, I saw her tap in. Yeah. Much love to A team. She always doing the damn thing. First video of the day. Now you know we're gonna talk about Tyler again, but first video of the day. I want us to understand something, and it's not me hating on Tyler for anything that he has done. My problem is be truthful of what you are. You understand? Be truthful of what you are. Instead of you hiding and making people believe that you are holy. Take heed is the first to tell you, I am far from holy. I will tell you, I am far from holy. I'm a heathen. Do you understand? I'm borderline. Do you understand? Because at the same time, I can pray for you, but I'll curse you out if you say some nonsense to me. So I've never got up here and told anybody that I'm this and I'm that. Somebody said to me, because one of the pictures I post, were we in Frankfurt? I think we were in Frankfurt transferring over, right? So we had a bad layover, and I took a picture of me and my husband together, and somebody said, "Take heed. I can't believe you wearing a wig." I said, "Baby, I have always told y'all that at times I wear a wig. Okay? I ain't hiding that from nobody. But always it'll be my Mary Jane wig or that mohawk style. I don't do the long one no more. Okay? So I have said that before. I don't say I never said, oh, I tie my hair up all the time. Sometimes you see my natural state, and sometimes I throw on a Mary Jane. So I'm not one of those ones that get in here and I'm just talking about the wig. I tell you what the wig represents, but I do wear it too. So that's why I tell y'all I would never get up here and tell you that I'm perfect. I'm a heathen too. That's my problem with a lot of content creators. That's my problem with a lot of people. Be real about yourself. You understand? If you ain't doing right, be real. So when something happens, it won't blow up in your face. Like if Tyler had first came out and said, "This is my life," because he's going into the limelight. If he would have first came out and said, "This is my life," nobody would give a damn about what this guy is saying right now. Nobody would give two shits about what Derek is saying right now. If Tyler would have came out and just told the truth, this is my life. Okay? Not saying you have to tell your business, that's your private life, but when you come into the limelight, you understand? When you come into the limelight where everybody see you, then you have to go into certain details about your life because people start questioning things. Okay? That's the uncomfortable truth. Being a star, that's the uncomfortable truth. You're going to get your business told. And the way he moved with Derek was like a love struck teenager. Now everybody was like, okay, wait a minute. Is Derek lying? Did he text himself and all sorts of stuff? Now Tyler Perry team has come out and said that, oh, this guy is just looking for money. So that goes to show you that Tyler really been texting this young man. They really been going in and out, in and out of the situation in the text, and like two love struck teenagers. Okay? And so it went left. Okay? So now we're hearing about how alleged that Tyler was a little bit too drunk. Okay? That Henny or whatever was talking to him, the spirit was talking to him. And he went and tried to, become the booty bandit. Okay? Walker said Tyler wanted to hit it. That's it. He wanted to sleep with the young man. And so when the young man was like, no, I'm not ready for that type of life, allegedly Tyler kicked him off and had, off the show by, you know, deleting his character. Okay? Because he didn't want to swing that way. Yeah, Steven said just nasty. Listen, it is what it is, baby. You know what I'm saying? Be truthful about yourself. So if he was truthful, he wouldn't get this much backlash. Do you understand? One thing about the Christian community, the black Christian community, they accept everything. So if he would have just came in and said, "This is the life that I'm living," they would have accepted him and still went and saw his plays and this and that, whatever. Okay? They would have still went and done it. Because that's what they do. That's what we do. We act like we don't understand the Bible. So they would have still accepted it anyway. So, long story short, that's the problem and the backlash that Tyler Perry is having. It's not the lifestyle he living because Black America accept this foolishness. Okay? Christian community accept this foolishness. It's because he was hiding and dodging and lying. Good morning, Lost. How are you? It's good to see you. And then he hurt a lot of people by not giving them jobs and blacklisting them. Even Christian. You don't see Christian in any more movies. Since he worked with Tyler Perry, okay, and he didn't do what Tyler wanted him to do, I don't see that man in any more movies at all. I don't see him in any more movies. If anybody hire him for something, I'm surprised. I haven't seen it. But I don't see him in any more movies. Probably because he did, like Terrence Howard said, be the man in the room. Okay? Now, if you don't know who I am, okay, if you don't know who I am, that's fine. A lot of people don't know who I am. I'm not going to say, oh, you should know who I am. A lot of people don't know who I am. But my show is called Take Heed to the Message, okay? And the name that was given to me by my husband is Abang Anwa. It just means queen, okay? So we're going to get into the foolery today. But before we do, I want y'all to hear what the first lady had said, okay? One of the first ladies had said, okay? And I said, wow. So this belief that we had about Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, since she opened up this podcast, baby, this thing make you believe that Barack was living in hell. I'm just saying. And when you listen to the way she talked, it make you believe that Barack Obama was living in hell with Michelle Obama. Just by the way she talked about this man. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, the stuff she say about this man is crazy. Okay? It's crazy. Now, here we go. Let's see if we got it. Let's see.
You mention this motherfucking name, anytime a black person speak the truth about his fuckery, it's always the donkeys that's talking about, yo, you hate black people. Did y'all say he hate black people when FBI had raised the bounty on the side of Shakur head from 1 million to 2 million?
We'll go back to that. That's not what I wanted. Give me a minute. Hold on. That's not what I wanted. Give me 1 minute. I know I shared it. Let's see. I could have sworn I had it. Yep, I got it. Shout out to Officer Tatum. Okay. Officer Tatum dropped this on his page. Okay. I want y'all to hear First Lady and how she talks about her husband. Now, the false ideology that we believed that, black love, okay? This podcast is showing a new side to the First Lady. which a lot of people already knew about this side she has. And I was one of them who didn't know that she had this type of side. Okay. So the podcast is like, boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's shocking to me. But anyway, let's go. This is what she said.
He needs as a grown man in the world. That would be.
You should have threw a boy in the mix.
I would. I'm so glad I didn't have a boy. Because he would have been a Barack Obama.
It's like baby Barack. It would have been amazing.
No, I would have felt for him. It's about what he needs as a grown.
So when you hear a woman say something like that, I'm gonna share something with you. Most men don't say this because, you know, whatever child, if you give them all girl children, they're fine. They love their girls. You know what I'm saying? But you know who continues the lineage is the boy. See, America doesn't promote that. Foreign countries, they promote that. But America doesn't. They'll tell you, oh no, the girl continues the lineage. She does not. Once she gets married, she goes into another lineage. Do you understand? And then she builds with someone else. And then the lineage grows on. Her father's name is gone. And so she takes on someone else's name. And so when you hear women get in here, she says, no, Barack didn't need no son because he's going to be a copy of him. That's what sons are supposed to be. Especially if their father is a good man. They're supposed to copy their father. They're supposed to be like their father. They are leaving a legacy on earth when the father goes. When he leaves and gets sent to glory, the son takes over the legacy. That's what's supposed to happen. And some men don't get that blessing of passing on to the next generation through his son. Even though in America they tell us that it's all right, it doesn't matter. You know, girls pass on the lineage. But the uncomfortable truth, they don't. Because she's going into another lineage and she's going to marry. So when I heard that, I was like, this woman been taking this man through hell. So even when she said that she wanted to leave him, she said I think in her book or something, she said she couldn't stand him. She wanted to leave him, this and that. And also she was saying they went to marriage counseling. And she said when she sat there, she told the doctor, yeah, this is what he did. This is what he did. And this is what black women do. This is what we do. We immediately blame the husband for everything. Okay? Because our side of the story has to benefit us. Okay? Caucasian women do it too. Latino women do it too. The argument has to benefit us. Okay? So we have to look like what? The victim. He's the big greasy monster. And so we look like the victim. Oh, he did this, he did that. And then when you actually get to the nitty gritty, mama, you was the real problem. When we actually get down to the nitty gritty, mama, you was the real problem. You understand? I'm going to share something with you, and a lot of people don't want to believe this, but men are smooth like Sunday morning. Those ones who have the king mindset. I didn't say any man. I said those that have the king mindset. They're smooth like Sunday morning. They so easy going. They're calm. They're trying to make sure the family have. And when you hear Michelle Obama kick Barack Obama back in, and not one time did you ever hear Barack come to social media. Not one time did he say anything displeasing about his wife. Not one time. Every time he came and talked about Michelle, it was always she's a good mother. She's a good wife. She's an amazing woman. She's an icon in the making. You will hear him speak life over his wife's name. But every time you hear Michelle speak about Barack, is always some nastiness that she talk about him, some rudeness, something she can't stand, but she'll talk bad about him and kick his back in. That's not a wife. Don't get mad with me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying the truth. If you gonna talk about your husband in public, it should not be nothing that's nasty. Any problem you got with him, you take it up with him whenever. But it shouldn't be brought to social media. That's my problem with a lot of married women. If you can't stand your husband, you got a problem with your husband, you know what it is? You need to go and figure it out. Not give it to social media so that they can give you nonsense and add more foolery to the nonsense. Most of the time when wives have problems, it's an inside problem. That's nasty, right? I ain't gonna say, bitch, what? Yes, it's an inside problem. When you dislike your husband like that, that means there's something going on with you. That means there's something going on with you. One thing about Take Heed is that when I get into the mood where I get disgusted, okay, and it could be something that my husband said to me or something he didn't do, Take Heed will sit there and I'll be like, why are you upset? Sometimes you got to talk to yourself. Why are you upset? Why are you upset with this man? What did he do? Okay? So my higher self will get in here and talk to my baby self. Because, you know, we got two identities. You hear me? My higher self will talk to my baby self and say, no, sit your ass down. You talking crazy. Okay? You going to have us have a horrible time here. You getting upset for no reason. Baby, when we was on vacation, even though it was business, okay? Even though it was business, I wanted to do what I wanted to do. So my higher self said, nah, you better sit down because he already told you this is business. We're not going to do what you want to do. Now, if you remain calm and stop having this attitude, you're going to see what's going to happen in the end. And what happened? My higher self was right. Because after the business was done, I got everything I wanted to get. And he ain't forget about me. He said, baby, I can never forget about you. Don't act like that. Don't act like that. Shout out to my king. This is the uncomfortable truth. Y'all get in here and y'all will dog walk your husband. Never tell the shit that you doing at home. Okay? You will get in here and dog walk him. Carly B is one of them too. Cardi B is one of them too. The problem she got with Offset should not be on social media. Every time she get mad with him, she bring that shit to social media. Instead of her trying to fix what she needs to get fixed in her own marriage, she brings it to social media so everybody can critique her. Michelle Obama, first lady, first black woman in the highest office as first lady, okay? And you dog walk your husband to all these celebrities that come on your show, to you and your brother get up there. You don't hear your brother say nothing about his wife. Your brother don't say she about his wife. But when you get up there, okay? When you get up there, you dog walk Barack at every turn. Dog walk Barack at every turn. And my younger women, the younger generation, I want y'all to take heed to this. When you get married, anything that you got, any problem you got with your husband, you keep it in-house. Do you hear what I'm saying? Long as he ain't laying hands on your baby, you keep it in-house. Deal with your marriage between you and your husband. Nobody should be in your marriage. Nobody should be there listening to what's going on between you and your husband. Do you hear what I'm saying? Nobody should be there listening to any situation with you and your husband. All these people that I just mentioned right now, excluded Offset. A man with a king mindset is not going to belittle his wife in front of millions of people. A woman with a queen mindset is not going to belittle her husband in front of millions of people. So what that tell you? Michelle Obama does not have a queen mindset. Because how dare you dog walk this man and think this makes sense? Let's go to the next foolery of the day. Okay? Walker said, hit that like button. Be nice now. It's a lot of y'all in here. Y'all being disrespectful since I came back off vacation. Y'all been disrespectful. Disrespectful. How you walk into somebody's house, okay? You see me. You see me. You see me. This big brown fat face. You see me, okay? You see me. You don't even hit the like button. Y'all disrespectful. Okay? Y'all disrespectful. Law said no wife of a president has behaved this way. Amen. Amen. Amen, laws. Y'all disrespectful, all of y'all in here. Okay? For the 16 of y'all who hit that like button, thank you, baby. Okay? For the rest of y'all, y'all disrespectful. And you following me. You can't even hit the like button. There's 3 dots at the top of the screen. Hit that like, hit those 3 dots. You'll see the like and unlike button, okay? Hit that button, like button. And if you don't like the content, okay? Steven said tap twice. If you don't like the content, scroll your ass up. You ain't got to watch me. You ain't got to watch me, baby. Okay? If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page as well. Okay, so now I want y'all to understand something. Check this out. Oregon House of Representatives, right? They did some foolery. Now, did y'all know there was Black Queen Drag Day? I have never heard that before in my life. But it is Black Queen Drag Day, okay? And the Oregon House of Representatives had a big show there. 2 black men were falling out and flipping and all this and twirling and everything. And one looked like a titan and the other one looked like a fairy. So I don't know, but I want y'all to hear one of the content creators come in here. And he broke this down. Check out what he said.
On June 18, 2025, the Oregon House of Representatives opened its session with a live drag show on the House floor. It was in honor of House Resolution 3, which celebrates the history of black drag performers in Oregon. See, they love to use black people. Yeah, they'll platform you, so as long as you do this. So as long as you become a pervert. So as long as you just emasculate yourself, they will willfully and willingly support this. If this is permitted for adults to see, the Oregon House of Representatives, God forbid, what's going to happen to our children. You mean to tell me that this celebrates black heritage? No, God forbid. This is not black heritage. This is sacrilege. This is not intent, and this is not blackness. To be honest with you, this is primarily white liberalism. And to have a Republican, Cyrus Javati, support it and say no matter who you are, what you believe, you matter, and you're welcome here. This is not welcome, nor is it welcoming. We should reject this and fight against it. It should never happen again. It's a disgrace. So
It's called Black Drag Queen Day. So you have black men parading in drag and dancing and splitting and all these things like that. And I'm going to share something with you. Is this really a part of the history of black people? Is this really a part of African American history? Because I'm going to share something with you. When it comes to the melanated community, right? Okay? Every type of deficiency is awarded. You don't want to get married? You want to have 10 babies? You want to have 10 baby daddies and a one is a possible, 11, make it a possible. You want to sell drugs, you want to be out here in gangs, you want to sling coke and all this other stuff, running around with peace be stills. You know what I'm saying? The deficiency is awarded. Okay, you want to have 20 baby mamas and you got 24 children. You want to go to jail and do 10, 15 years and come and be a part of the crime gang. The deficiency is awarded. But when you hear women get up here and say, I love my husband, I want to be married someday, I only want to have children with one man. Do you see how quiet that is? It's crickets, right? You don't hear you don't hear nothing, right? Nobody's saying anything. Nobody. First, this is what you hear from the hyena king. Oh, I hope he cheat on you. There's no good black men. You know what I'm saying? Discourage you. Oh, if you get married, you're gonna be a slave. Oh, men benefit more from marriage than women do. Okay? They'll tell you all these things. There's nothing encouraging. If you get in here and say you want to have children with one man, you want to be under one man's covering, you want to be obedient to one man, you want to love this woman. Oh, if you give all your love to one man, if you have children with one man, oh, one day he gonna turn around and cheat on you. Anybody can cheat on you, baby. It does. You don't have to be married to him. Anybody can cheat on you. You understand? They gotta call you all types of names. They'll call you silly from The Color Purple. They call you mammy. They'll call you pick me. Jerry said you be a pick me. They'll call you a pick me. They call you all types of names. But if you get in here and say, I got 5 baby daddies and I'm collecting all child support from each baby daddies. You get in here and say, I got food stamps that is $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Everybody. That's right, girl. That's what they'll tell you. Nonsense like that. Okay? But when you get a woman who gets in here and she says, I want to be under a covering. I want to have a man that is here to protect me. I want to be under someone that has knowledge. I want to be, because listen, when you say that, they'll tell you, oh, they're too demanding. Oh, he's a narcissist. This is what they'll say. This is what they will tell you. You are a narcissist. He's a narcissist. You got a good man. You're dating a good man and you're out with your girlfriends, right? And then all of a sudden you get the call. It's like 11 o'clock. And you and him don't live together. But it's 11 o'clock and he say, babe, why you still outside this late? Are you know what I'm saying? Are you going home or you coming by my place? And then she tells her girlfriends, you know what, ladies, I gotta go. They immediately say, he ain't your father. He ain't your father. Why you gotta listen to him? Why you, every time he call you, you just bounce. Now, the woman, when she got the call from her boyfriend, and he said, "Babe, it's 11 o'clock. Are you going home? Or are you coming to my house?" You know why he's asking about her? You want to know why when you're dating that a man immediately start checking on you when you're dating him? Because he has already put in his mind you're under his covering. See, men don't start their covering when y'all get married. They started when they see potential in you. They started from dating because they want you to get on the understanding of how they are. They started from dating, okay? They start giving their provisions and protections from dating. You don't have to force it. You don't. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to force it. He already wants to do it. Now, mind you, that's just not that's any man. I don't care what color they are. This is any man, okay? Once he already put in his mind that you have potential to be his wife, he already releasing everything that he got. He's releasing everything he got. Provisions, protection, everything. You couldn't call him and tell him that, oh, you couldn't even, you know what, if you was on the phone with him and you talking to him and you say, well, and some women, this is why they get mad with some of these brothers, okay? But check this out. You on the phone talking to him and you say, yeah, I got to do some running around tomorrow. I got to go buy food. I got to pay these bills and this and that, whatever. Y'all just talking on the phone. Mind you, you have been dating this brother already for a while, but y'all live in separate houses, okay? Listen. After the phone call ends, right? He say, baby, I'm going to shoot you some money to help with what you got going on. And then you say, baby, why? He said, cuz you my responsibility, girl. You my responsibility. There are men still like that today. The only problem is that the women, when they first start talking to the man, first date, they want to get some money from this man. First date, how? How, Sway? How that's working? The first date? He don't know if he got you in the wife category yet or if you in the whole category. So that's why when stuff like that happen, men pull away. They like, nah, that's too much. I don't have time for that. That's crazy. Wallace, what's up, baby? How are you? Okay. Hey, Deborah, what's going on? I'm just saying, y'all. So that's just listen. Let's get to the next foolery. Okay? Let's get to the next foolery. But I wanted to share that with y'all because I was like, how does the House of Representatives think that makes sense to have these people, these black men in drag, they were already dressed in drag, dancing on the House of Representative floor. The problem is in America, being a black man, you gotta be a boy. You can't be no man. Cause a man is a problem. Do you understand? A man is a problem. That was our initial thought. I just ran off when I started saying that other stuff. But the initial thought of that video I wanted to say was that they will promote every type of deficiency in the black community. Why are we promoting that men dressing in drag? Black men. Why are we promoting that? Because you either a part of the rainbow, do you hear me? You either a part of the rainbow or you're a boy. And the boy is the ones who are the that's not responsible. That's the ones that's running around here making all these babies, Pookie and Ray mindset. All they know is to get out there and make children and do nonsense in the street and go to jail. You got to be one or the other. You got to be from the rainbow or you gotta be a boy. Either or. But you can't be no man. Once you a black man, once you are a black man, you tell somebody. Look at Terrence Howard. Look at Terrence Howard. He's just one of the examples. Once you show that you are a man, they gonna label you crazy. They gonna label something wrong with you. Oh, you hard to work with, this and that. Look at that. Do you hear what I'm saying? Look at that nonsense. All the stuff that you hear strong black men come out here and say about Holly weird and how the world works and stuff, they label them crazy. Because you cannot be a man in the black community. You can't be. Because you can only be a part of the rainbow or a boy. If they see any type of structure that is a black man, everybody gets scared. Everybody gets scared. It's not just the black community either. That's just men raw power. If you see men in the raw state of their power, people get offended. That's why you heard, do you remember when Sonny had said this nonsense on The View? All of them was up there talking, oh, I would rather, we don't need men. Like, you know, men are not needed. You remember when she said that nonsense? I gotta say alleged because I don't remember the day. Okay? I don't remember the whole thing that she said. But her and all of them on the panel, men are not needed. Women don't need men. After civilization, okay? After all these houses and buildings and roads and cars and all that other stuff, and we live comfortable, the piping system and water system and electricity, we'll need men now, okay? But when this place looked crazy, okay, no houses was built, trees and everything, people barely was eating and stuff, now we needed men. But now that, you know, the world looks the way it do, you don't need men. Okay, you don't need men. But this is what y'all do. This is what y'all do. So now, since you have put in your mind we don't need men, they either got to be the rainbow community or they got to be a boy. I know it's nasty. I know it's nasty. That's why a lot of people can't stand President Trump too. Don't get it twisted. Trump got some dog ways too. Okay, he got some doggy dog ways too. He got some Pookie and Ray Ray energy as well. But he also got raw manpower. He also just raw when it comes to being a man. And that's why people feel threatened by the way he talk. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all rather have fairies walking around and a man telling you his feelings and all this stuff like that. So now, when you get mad with him, you get out there and tell all his business and disgrace him after he done told you his feelings. After he done told you what he going through, you turn around and use it against him. Most women do that. That's why men hold in what's going on. I'm just saying, excuse me. I'm just saying. So anyway, shout out to Oregon, House of Representative. Y'all invited 2 drag queens to dance on the House floor with taxpayer money, because we know y'all had to pay them. With taxpayer money. That sounds good to you, right? Uh-huh. Oh my God. Quick, thank you. I appreciate you, honey. Red Lipstick Vibe, how are you? It's good to see you. Happy Saturday to you too, my sister. Guys, please make sure you tune in to Red Lipstick Vibe. Content is always fire and educational, baby. She a dog walk you too now. She a dog walk you. Be ready for the content. You feel me, baby? Okay, so now I want us to get on to the next thing. Okay, we're gonna get on to the next thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. I want y'all to hear something about Juneteenth. Okay. Now, I know this is painful to hear, but I want you to hear this. Charleston White broke this down, and Officer Tatum clipped it. Okay, check out what he said.
Us a day for Juneteenth, they acknowledge you guys were our slaves. And not only that, you guys find out 2 years later. So we gonna celebrate that y'all found out 2 years later. That's a spit in the face. To celebrate the end of slavery, and that wasn't the end the day we found out. We found out 2 years later. So we celebrate the fact that we found out 2 years later than everybody. So now this is what happens. Capitalism trumps citizenship. What do you mean by that, Charleston? Now you got Juneteenth shirts in Walmart, Target. They benefit off this now. We don't. You're not going to see a bunch of black people being able to sell out of these Juneteenth stores and Juneteenth posters like they do for the 4th of July. So now the capitalist wins off this, not black people. We was already celebrating the holiday. We was already celebrating it, so we lose. I would much rather Joe Biden had sat down and listened to Ice Cube to make this a holiday. I would much rather Joe Biden had sat down and listened to what Ice Cube had to say with that plan that he had than giving us a national federal holiday. You know what we needed before this national federal holiday? A new crime bill. We need a new crime bill. We don't need no motherfucking holiday. I'll never celebrate the day again. I'll never celebrate it again because it meant much more to me when the white man didn't confirm it and validate it for me. Them giving us a day for Juneteenth.
So when I heard this, I was like, damn. And I just started celebrating Juneteenth. I just started celebrating it when we moved down here to South Jersey. Because up north, ain't know nothing about no Juneteenth. It was not, and then President Biden labeled it, a national holiday. And so now everybody gets to celebrate it with us. And um, I'm about to say something nasty. This holiday actually shows how our mind worked back then. Do you understand? This holiday actually shows how our ancestors were so closed off that they didn't even know they was free until 2 years later. That the horror that they endured, they didn't even know that they were free until 2 years later. Okay? So now, when you hear about it now, and I was like, damn, Charleston is right. And I know a lot of people don't like Charleston White, but I like the brother. Some of the shit he say, I can't rock with it, but I like him. Just like Officer Tatum, too. Some of the stuff he say, I can't rock with him, but I like him. Okay? I like him, too. So when he said this, I'm like, damn, he right. He right. What Joe Biden could have done was fix that big mistake he made in 1994. Actually, 1993. 1994 was passed. He could have done a crime bill. He could have fixed that. He could have fixed what he did. Because that crime bill affected blacks the most if he wanted to do something. You understand? If he wanted to do something, he could have fixed the crime bill. Because we're still working within the crime bill today, and this was in 1994. So Charleston White is correct. Let's get on to the next. Okay, let's get on to the next. Now, when I heard this, I was like, Corey Holcomb is a problem. I just when I heard this, I was like, Corey Holcomb is a problem. This man is a problem for social media. I like this man is a whole problem. Okay, he a whole problem. Okay. Now I see what you put 1117. I was shocked that Obama didn't do it in his 8 years he was in office. Obama ain't done nothing. He ain't done nothing. But everybody believed that he was the savior. Even me too. A lot of black people cried because we believed he was the savior. Me too. I'm not gonna get in here and tell you no lies. I thought he was the savior too. Cried so hard like a big baby, and he ain't get in here and said, he said, just like what Kamala got up there and said, I ain't just gonna do anything for black people. When he said that, I was like, wait a minute. You know, when I heard him say it, I was like, why he say it like that? And then we went through the 4 years, and then you got Kamala Harris said the same thing. And I was like, nah, I can't. I'm not voting for that ass. I can't vote for her. I don't want to see another Barack dynasty. You know, I'm going to share something with y'all. All the things that President Trump is doing, okay? All the things when it comes to deportation and too much government and all that stuff, he was a starch, I hope I'm saying that correctly, supporter of all these things. He was more, the way he talked was more Republican than anything. Okay? And only thing that why nobody is out here marching and talking about he evil and all this other stuff is because he did that shit with a smile. He did that shit with a smile. Anything that he did that was bad and it hurted people, he did it with a smile. And so nobody believed that he was doing all that nonsense. He deported more immigrants than any president. What did they call him? The deporter in chief. But now when Trump do it, it's a problem. Dre, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you so much. So now it's a problem. Anyway, let's get to Corey Holcomb, because he said this. Check out what he said. This is some foolery right here.
Sales is these housewives starter kit type bitches. When they talk, I get frustrated.
Housewife starter kit, yeah.
Yeah, these housewives starter kit bitches. I be like, man, what is this bitch talking about? People be like, you ain't never heard this song? I was in the car and this bitch played some Meg Thee Stallion on my YouTube. I got so mad. I was like, bitch, you throwing off my algorithm with this sucker shit.
Yeah, it's gonna keep popping.
I don't listen to that sucker shit about what a bitch lying about. Bitch, niggas fucked you. Somebody put you on. They got your face and body fixed up. You ain't shit. You look like a boy bitch without all that shit on, goddamn. Protect themselves is...
When you hear Corey Holcomb, you just shake your head. Because when he said that about Megan Stallion, I was like, this is nasty. But he ain't lying. He ain't lying. But I'm just saying, it's nasty. Okay? It's nasty now. Oh, my goodness. I can't. Now, when I heard this on social media, we're going to switch to another content creator. This is not his name. I hate when they dub people's stuff and they don't even tell the name of the person. But I want y'all to hear what this brother said. And he said the CIA did a wonderful job on black women. This is what he said. The CIA really did a wonderful job on black women because we don't know our history. But I'm going to share something with you. It's just the teaching. The teaching got lost. This is why a lot of young women are lost in the world, because in the black community, is because the teaching got lost. Like all the bad shit got taught, but the positive teaching and the history lessons got lost. I want y'all to hear this, okay? Check this out. Here we go.
The CIA has finally won. I'm about to play 2 videos for y'all, but
You shouldn't be watching no baddies if you don't know who Emmett Till is. You should. I feel like all y'all should really shut the fuck up. Bitch, don't nobody care who the fuck Emmett Till is.
wait, it get worse. This all stemmed from her thinking Emmett Till is a girl.
So, someone was telling somebody that they face look like Emmett Till. Allegedly, Emmett Till is a SA victim. The girl was only 14.
CIA, please give us the antidote for whatever's going on right now, bro. These shawties is losing their mind. Emmett is a boy who passed away after he was abducted, abused, and then hung because a white girl decided to say that he whistled at her. You learned this story in like 4th or 5th grade, bro. My mom was even born in America and she know who this is. My cousins fresh off the boat know who this is. But you know every detail about baddies. You know everything about baddies. Oh yeah, it's over. The community is cooked. I don't know what the CIA did give us the antidote. Actually, CIA hasn't even clocked in a year, so they just laughing in the background at home, eating a biscuit.
Now, before we continue, I didn't know it was 18's birthday. Happy birthday, 18. I see Time put in there. He said Time said happy birthday. I appreciate you. Thank you, Time. I appreciate sending peace and love and blessings your way. That's right. 18, happy birthday, baby. I didn't even know it was your birthday, honey. So, back to the story at hand. But, well, before we do that, let's get into the chat. Everybody put happy birthday. Put happy birthday for 18. Put happy birthday for her. Okay, it was yesterday. Okay, baby. I'm sorry. And you didn't even say anything because I could have said happy birthday to you then, baby. I appreciate you coming to rock with me. So let's get back to this horrible reel, okay? The young lady, melanated young woman, she sat up there and she said Emmett Till was a girl and was essayed, okay? And because the teaching, Leonard, how are you, honey? The teaching was not passed on. Nobody listens, but we rather watch some ghetto shit like baddies. We rather watch ghetto shit than learn something. We do. Our community is just something else. Like, we rather see foolery, not all of us, but we rather see foolery than see prospering things, like something that can teach you something. We immediately get annoyed. And so she sat up there and said Emmett Till was a girl. Now, we know Emmett Till wasn't no girl. We know Emmett Till was an essay. We know that. We know he was lied on. They took him somewhere. They whooped him, beat him, and tore him down. And his mama was brave enough, and daddy, because I want to say both, to say, leave that casket open. Leave that casket open. The younger generation, I'm lost. Y'all wear those bonnets and y'all just be losing y'all mind after that. Okay? Y'all be losing y'all mind after that. Now, shout out to Angry Man because I got this from his channel. And a young woman says that an older woman has a boyfriend. And she was telling everybody on her page, ladies, it don't matter how old you are, men are gonna be there. Okay? She's trying to say that. This is the false ideology that y'all been taught. Take Heat was taught this too. That no matter how old you are, men are gonna be there. Let me share something with you, and this is the uncomfortable truth. Some of y'all older women who didn't take time to do what you were supposed to do, you are always the side chick. You're going to turn into the side chick because the older man already has a family. He already has a family. He has property. He's established. He already got his shit going on. So y'all older women who just waiting and you look fine as wine and you age, you know what I'm saying? You age like fine wine. You understand? Y'all get up in age, you still look good, and you believe in that pussy still tight and everything. And so what happens is you become the side chick. So what this young woman is witnessing is just a side chick being taken care of. Okay? Because most men, when they have side chicks, they got to keep the side chick happy so she don't connect with the queen. You understand? Got to keep the side chick happy so she don't connect with the queen. Now, Angry Man gonna break this down for y'all because I laughed when I saw it because she thought that this woman was doing something, and I laughed. Oh, they separate. They don't live in the same house. They don't live in the same house. Most of the time when you see older people like that, that means something is going on. Okay? Monday and Friday can begin, but a Saturday love will never end. I know I got that wrong. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, here we go. Shout out to Angry Man.
I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Them right there. You see that? That's my neighbor. She's an older woman. And I know she got a man. I've seen the man. He picks her up, treats her, take her out, bring her back home. He makes sure she gets in the house before he pulls off. This man don't stay here. Okay? He has a company. Because I know she didn't pay for this on her own. I ain't never seen this company before. This is a new guy she's dating. He is getting her car detailed in her driveway. Take notes, ladies. Take notes.
You know, it never ceases to amaze me how you women see everything and nothing at the same time. Has it ever crossed your mind that maybe the reason he doesn't stay there is because she's the side chick? Maybe the reason he's getting her car detailed and taking her out and going above and beyond is because he's trying to appease her because he knows that she doesn't like the fact that he's still married even though he's promised that he's going to leave his wife. Has that ever crossed your mind?
No.
Or better yet, why are you even in their business in the first place?
True.
The fact that you know that he takes her out, the fact that you know he doesn't pull off until she gets in the house, the fact that you know he sent that detail company over there to detail her car, it speaks volumes. That's the main reason why y'all younger chicks can't get your life together, is because you're too busy in everybody else's life. You're too busy in everybody else's business. Start minding your own business and you might have some business.
Shout out to Angry Man because he's right about that foolery. Okay? He's right about that foolery. Shout out to Angry Man channel. Okay? Because the uncomfortable truth, let's be clear. Okay? When you see an older man tending to a woman like that, he's been with her for a long time. She the same woman that when you go to the funeral, the wife is crying. The wife got all the black on. She crying and everything. And then you see the side chick come in. She fall out all on the floor. Okay? That's the one that fall out all over the floor. Gregory, oh my God. You know, stuff like that. Tim, oh my God. You know, all that falling out and everything. You know, because this man took care of her. Okay? Steven, oh my God, Tommy, oh my God, you know, falling out and everything, okay? And everybody knows she the side chick. Once she starts screaming and everything, the wife already know who she is. This the same woman who been with this man as long as the wife has been with him. Okay? Same one. Okay? That been listening to the lie that the husband been telling. I'ma leave her one day. I'ma leave her. You know, when the kids get in college, I'ma leave her. The kids got in college. They done already got married. The grandchildren is here. He's still talking about, I'ma leave her. He's not gonna leave her. He's not gonna leave her. That's why when y'all sign up to be side chicks, understand, know your role. Ain't that nasty? Know your role, baby. Know your role. Stop asking for the queendom. Know your role. If you signed up to be the side chick, you can't graduate. You understand? You can't graduate. Okay? I'm just saying. So here we go. Now, listen, I want to share something with y'all. When you hear stuff like this, it makes you just shake your head, because a lot of people, especially these younger ones, you rather be the side chick than the wife. Jordan, thank you. You rather be the side chick than the wife. Quick said nasty, but true. Now, Quick, you know that. Listen, now I ain't lying to you. You rather be the side chick than the wife. And then later, you don't want to be the side chick no more. This is why you keep trying to force him to leave his wife. And he's telling you, I'm going to leave her one day. I'm going to leave her one day. It's just a lot of stuff going on. That's a lie. He's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. Because you know what happened? When y'all first started messing around, and I said this to y'all yesterday, because y'all believe y'all men, okay? So a lot of y'all women believe y'all men, okay? When y'all first started the relationship, you said to him, he told you he was married. You said to him, oh, I just want to be your friend. That's what you said. Oh, no, let's just be friends. You know, this is how you started this mess. Because y'all believe that you are a man. You believe that your feelings won't get into it with this man. You believe that you can screw this man and have no type of issues after y'all get up. But I'm gonna share something with you. It's only one person that's not gonna have the issue when y'all get up from the bed. Anybody know who that is? Y'all been fucking and sucking like for at least 20 to 25, 30 minutes. Okay? Only one person when they get up from that bed won't have the same problem. Who you think it is? Put it in the chat. Who you think it is? It's only one person that's not going to have the problem after y'all get up. Because I'm going to share something with you. If the man know how to wield his pipe well, and he hit that bottom, let's talk about it. Shay, what's up, baby? And he hit that bottom, you're going to lose your mind. Walker said the damn man. Okay? The man. Okay? 18 said the man. Time said the man. Shay said the man. It's the man. He's the only one that's not going to have the problem. Because you want to know why? Every woman pussy get wet. Let's understand that, okay? Every woman pussy get wet. Some pussy stink because some of y'all don't clean that pussy. Some pussy clean and it smells good, okay? But every woman pussy is get wet. Even if you have to use Vaseline. Every woman pussy get wet. I don't care how many times you twisted, you jumped on them, this and that. If he got responsibility back home, after he get that nut clarity, he's the one that wake up and know he got to get his ass home. He's the only one that won't have attachments after he done got that ass. Okay? I'm just letting you know. Because y'all be getting in here, you want to be like men. We cannot move like men. We can't. We can't move like men. And I know y'all like take heed you wrong. No, because our feelings get into it. So when you tell a man, oh, I just want to be your friend, be prepared for the foolery that follows. Because he's going to make sure you stay in that friend zone. Never tell a man you want to be his friend. Never. Never. Because the first thing he going to tell you is that, is we friends with benefits? You know what I'm saying? That's first thing he gonna ask you, because he wants to get the clarification of the contract. Okay? Because there's a contract going on between you and him. He wants to get the clarification of the contract. Now, if you get in here and you tell him, I want a man. I need a man. I want to be married someday. Now, the one who say he want to be friends, he can't come to you because the contract, you had already let him know what the contract going to be. So he can't get in here and tell you we going, just be friends with benefits. He can't tell you if you had already revealed to him what the contract looks like. Hey, Daniel, how are you? But once you tell a man that, oh, you just my friend, he gonna teach you. He gonna teach you that friendship don't mean nothing. He gonna teach you. I remember the first day that I encountered my husband at the laundromat. First day I met that man. He said, I want your number. I said, you want my number? He said, yeah, put your number in my phone. I said to him, you want to be my friend? This is what my husband said to me. He said, I want to be your friend. I said, what? I said, friend. He said, you know what I mean. I want to be your friend. Then he tells me, he calls me later that day. He says, I want to come to your house for breakfast. I said, what? He said, I want you to make breakfast for me. I said, what? I said, I work at night. He said, yeah, that's not, I want you to make breakfast for me. That's not my problem. You work at night. When you come home, I want you to make breakfast for me. I want pancakes and eggs and pancakes, eggs, and sausages. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. Now, take heed, did I make that stuff? I made it. I was attracted to him. I made it. Okay? He came to my house. Told me, he said, girl, you can cook. I said, yeah, of course now I'm a big girl. Well, I ain't going to say that because some big girls can't cook. But I'm just saying, I can throw down. Anyway, back to the story at hand. This man told me that I want a relationship with you. I want to date you. See, when a man has already put you in a type of category, that's where you remained. Where was Take Heed placed at? Take Heed was placed in the wife category. Take Heed was placed in the wife category. Because if I wasn't placed in the wife category, do you understand? There wouldn't have been, oh, I want to come to your house for breakfast. I want you to make me something. He would have said, can I come over to your house tonight? Because what that mean? That mean he just wanted a booty call. That's it. He seen that big butt. I just want to dive in that ass. And that's it. That would have been, oh, can I come over tonight? He said, I want to see you in the morning. I want to see you in the morning. Now, anyway, let's get to the next foolery. Okay? All right, I ain't going to keep y'all too long. I'm running my mouth. Okay? I ain't going to keep y'all too long. So, this is when this is the next subject. Okay? This when you know what, Dre? Dre, before we go to the next subject, let me shout Dre out real quick. Because Dre gave the $4.99 super chat, and I got to shout that brother out. Okay, got to shout him out. Now, Trey, this is a little, Dre, this is a little funny, Dre. This is a little funny. Here we go.
This nigga's lost his mind, and I've got my 45. Oh, this nigga's lost his mind. Baby, I'ma do about 9. And since he's talking jive, I'm gonna let it slide. I'ma put about 2, 3, 4, 5 right between his eyes. Oh shit!
That's terrible, right? I'm sorry, Dre. That's terrible, right? I know. Wait, Dre, I got something else for you. Hold on, wait, look. This is old school teaching, Dre. This old school teaching right here. Here we go. This is why the black community is messed up, especially on the women's side. Check this out. When an old hoe get in here and tell the younger hoes some foolery. Here we go.
Giving your cookie up for free and make everything transactional. If he ain't got no money, he shouldn't even open his mouth. Stop giving your cookie up for free and make everything transactional. If he ain't got no money, he shouldn't even open his mouth.
This is why these young girls act the way they do. He ain't got no money, he shouldn't even be opening up his mouth. Make everything transactional. This is the nonsense that the younger girls believe. Oh, he got to drop a bag on me. Let me share something with you. Any man, and I know y'all gonna get mad with me when I say this, but I'm gonna share something with you. When you go out on a date, right? Let's talk about it, okay? When I was younger and I used to go out on dates, I never ordered anything that I ain't have that money in my purse. I ain't never ordered some shit that I ain't have enough money to pay for it. So whatever I had in my purse, then that's how I order. You understand? I never went any place where I didn't have enough money to get my ass back home. Okay, this is what needs to be taught to these women, these younger women now, because you go to a 5-star restaurant. Okay, let's talk about it. We off subject just a little bit, but when you go to the 5-star restaurant, right? Brother done took you to a 5-star restaurant. You up there ordering shit like you crazy. Okay. Now there's certain food down the menu that it deserve pussy. Okay, let's talk about it. There's certain food on the menu that this man deserve pussy. Because if you ordering steak and lobster, this need to be taught in school. High school, last year, high school, this need to be taught. So when these girls get in here, they understand when they get to college. This shit need to be taught. Okay? There's certain shit on the menu that you're not supposed to order unless you giving this man some pussy. If you ordering steak and lobster now, baby, you better lay down and assume the position. Okay? Now, if it's crumpet and tea or coffee, baby, we just having a good time. Do you hear what I'm saying? We just having a good time. Burgers and fries does not deserve pussy. Do you hear what I'm saying? That does not, unless you with your husband, because you know y'all went and got something from somewhere or whatever, and y'all just together, you went to go get a burger and fries, okay? Now, my husband can win it with burgers and fries. I don't have time for all this nonsense, okay, because we've been married too long. But in the beginning, if somebody take you to, stop laughing at me, y'all. If somebody take you to the 5-star restaurant and you get in there and you start ordering shit when you don't have enough money to pay for the shit, you better understand that there's some pussy giving time at the end of this date. Okay? Because y'all doing, I want him to get a helicopter to pick me up. That's pussy. That's pussy right there. Okay? You want to go and go to the 5-star restaurant. You want to be picked up in a limo and all that. This is pussy giving. You got to get pussy. This is what it is. Steven says shit she can't pronounce. If you can't, Steven, if you can't pronounce what's on the menu, that means that's pussy. You got to get pussy because you didn't pronounce that correctly. Okay? You didn't pronounce that correctly. I had to come in and help you. Okay? That's pussy giving. There need to be a list out here about the shit. Okay? No, you want me to do what? You want me to do what? See, when I was young, you just didn't go certain places. You ain't have enough money. You just didn't, you don't do that. You just don't go certain places. You don't have enough. When I was young, you know what I had money for? The best thing I had money for was, let me see. I'm trying to think. Now, Dutch, I always had money for Dutch. The seafood place, I always had money for that. Okay? But if you took me to an expensive restaurant, I remember a brother took me to an expensive restaurant when I was like, I don't even know how old I was, maybe 17 or something like that. He was an older guy, maybe in his 20s. Took me to an expensive restaurant. Baby, if I tell y'all that Take Heed ordered burger and fries, do you hear me? Burger and fries. The brother looked at me. He was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." You see him eating steak and shit. He cutting it up. Mind you, I had a nice dress on and everything. I looked beautiful there. But I was eating burger and fries because that's the money I had in my purse. Okay? That's the money I had in my purse. And when we left the restaurant, he was laughing. He said, "So you had enough money for burgers and fries in your purse?" I said, "That's right." He said, "Oh, so you didn't want to, you thought I was going to just leave you." I was like, "No, I just had enough money for burger and fries." And so that's what I did. And he laughed so hard. He said, "I never met a woman like you." I said, "Well, it is what it is." It is what it is. You would never take heed. You would never take heed somewhere. You would never take me somewhere that I couldn't get my ass back home. You could never take me somewhere I couldn't get back home. Baby, ain't no way. Ain't no way. You could not. You could not. Could not. Mm-mm. My king, when we got married, okay? We went to Atlantic City, okay? He had the money to pay for everything, right? Okay, but I knew we was going to Atlantic City. Take Heed had stuffed some money in my bra. I had to put some money. Don't laugh at. Okay, sorry y'all. Sorry y'all. Apologize for that. Sorry y'all. I don't know what happened. Okay, so now we went to Atlantic City and we were already married, but I was still used to carrying my own money. So I ain't had no purse. I stuffed a whole bunch of money in my bra. You know, I got big breasts, so I just stuffed a whole bunch of money in my bra. And all of a sudden, my husband see me pulling $100 out of my bra. He said, "I'm paying for this trip." I said, "Yeah, but you know," he said, "Okay, okay." He said, "Girl, I'm your husband. I'm not some man that you just met. I'm your husband." He said, "See, you always forget the stories that you tell me." He said, "I'm your husband. Calm down. I'm gonna pay for everything. You're not gonna get out of here, you're not gonna have to leave alone and this and that or whatever. Don't worry, okay? And what you got going on between your legs, I'm gonna still hit that anyway." I started laughing. I looked at my husband. I'm like, "You crazy?" He's like, "No, I'm just let you know. I'm just let you know." In that African tone, though, y'all. Okay. So anyway, long story short, I think there should be a menu of, and I'm gonna make up a menu. I'm gonna make up a menu. These women gonna be so mad with me. I'm gonna make up a menu. I'm gonna make up a menu of, if you order this is pussy given. Do you hear me? Okay. If you order this on the menu, you got to get pussy with this. Okay. If you order this on the menu, Okay? This is not pussy giving. But if you up there ordering shit that you can't pronounce, if you up there ordering steak and lobster and all this expensive stuff, baby, okay? Baby, this is pussy giving time. Do you hear me? All right, let's understand that part. Okay? We got to understand that part. So now, I want y'all to hear something. We're going to get a little serious. We're going to get a little serious. Okay? I want y'all to hear this. What Richard Nixon had said to Ted Koppel. This broke my heart. This broke my heart because I was like, you know what? This is why the ideology of all our presidents and the ideology of all our House of Representatives and our senators, this is what they believe. This is what they believe. And this is why America is in so much turmoil, because we are backing foolery. Okay, I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this. Here we go.
The observation in your book, and you say that you've said it many times when you were president of the United States, that no president is ever going to desert Israel, right?
Correct. I put it more bluntly. I said, as I told congressional leaders during the 1973 Yom Kippur War, no American president will let Israel go down the tube.
All right.
Democrat or Republican, it's not an issue.
That is stated fairly categorically, and yet in your book you make it clear at the same time that Israel really is not of any enormous strategic value to the United States anymore.
That's correct.
So why then would the United States continue to burden itself with huge loans, in some cases outright grants, to the Israelis, jeopardize possibly young American fighting men when there is no strategic value involved, or little strategic
Because the United States is concerned by more than strategic values. That's maybe a weakness, but it's the way we are. And there are moral issues involved here. We don't have an alliance with Israel. As you know, they're not an ally of the United States in the technical sense. But we have a bond to Israel that's much stronger. It's a moral commitment. A moral commitment because of what happened during the Holocaust, and a moral commitment because it is a democracy, the only democracy in that area. And under the circumstances, that is why American presidents and the American people in the future will support all out the survival of Israel and its attack.
You've always been a very tough, pragmatic man. And I just wonder if you were the president of Israel and you heard Richard Nixon talking that way, or for that matter, heard any sitting American president talk that way, and say that there's really no strategic value anymore, how much faith would you place in that kind of a moral commitment if push really came to shove?
If I were the president of Israel, I'd put a great deal of faith in it because of the track record of the United States, and also because he would know that that is the way the American people are. There is no doubt whatever of our commitment to Israel.
This is why we in so much trouble. This is why we be in so much trouble, because of this belief of the chosen. This is why we are in so much trouble when it comes to the small hat people, because the belief of the chosen. Okay? Now, we were not responsible for the horrifying things that happened to them. But the United States was responsible for the horrible things that happened to the melanated community. But they don't feel the need to assist our community. But they feel the need, the moral obligation to assist the small hat community. And that's why the small hat people walk around, okay, like this and shit, okay, because they got who behind them? They got us behind them. They got us behind them. That's why they feel the need to rub shoulders with everybody, because they know that morally, America will always, you understand, come to the defense. This is why. Instead of them just, mind your business, stay on your own, don't talk shit to nobody. No. No, 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 no. You understand? Because we're behind them. Now, Time, I saw what you wrote. Time, you know what? I'm going to share something with you. On that date at that time with that man, I could have just copied what he ordered because it was good. The stuff he had up there was good. He was ordering for both of us. That's what, men did that back in the day. They order for you both. You understand? Both of y'all, they order for you. But when he tried to order for me, I looked at my purse and I'm like, no. So that's when I told the lady, do you have, burgers and fries? You understand? So that's what I wanted to tell you, Time. That's why. Okay? That's why I did it. Because I wanted to make sure I had enough, enough to pay if anything went wrong. So now back to the story at hand. When you hear Nixon say this, LBJ, same thing. You understand? They all same thing. All of them. Trump, our president, President Trump, is trying to even be careful of the words he's saying right now. Even though he's ready and ready, willing, and able. But this is the thing. Nobody is thinking about the repercussions of this foolery. Do you understand? Because with diplomatic process would have been better. Okay? Diplomatic process would have been better than us going and blowing everything to smithereens. I'm just saying. You understand? Instead of us going and flipping out. Because the move that the small hat people made, this is not benefiting the U.S. It's not. This is something that they wanted to do way back in the 90s. This is not benefiting the U.S. This is putting us into some bullshit that we didn't need to be put in bullshit. Like the stuff that they need to make the weapons of mass destruction. Don't you know that we could just cut down the supply? We didn't have to go and do what they asked to do. Now, mind you, not asked to do. We didn't have to. I don't want to say us. I don't want to say we, because we not responsible for this foolery. But the small hat people didn't have to go do what they did, because now they have brought the U.S. into some foolery. And now Russia is in some nonsense too, because they're ready to go at the side of Iran. And even said if anybody move against Iran, we're going to say alleged, that they going to deal with the force of Russia. And we all know Russia and America are both superpower. Anyway, I digress. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. Because they were told many moons ago, we going to say moons. They were told many moons ago that no matter what you do, the U.S. is going to be behind you. So they walking around like a little bully on a playground like, yeah, I'll do this and I'll do that. And the U.S. going to be with me. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening. And when you speak out and say something is wrong somewhere, people will shut you down and say you wrong to say that. Oh, you wrong to say that. They'll tell you. But they're the same ones that get in here and say, we are the chosen. We're the chosen. Now, we still going to get onto the same. We staying on the same thing. We staying on the same thing. I want us to move to something else real quick. This is what Roseanne Barr has said. And I know some of y'all think Roseanne is crazy, but I like Roseanne, okay? I like her, so I don't care what y'all say, okay? She said this, and I was like, damn, Roseanne is telling the truth. Here we go.
Saying it for 30 years, and people, when I tell them, their eyes just go dead. The owners of the world are the royals, kings, queens, dukes, duchesses, imams, popes, wizards, that own every single dime on earth and bank at the Bank of International Settlements. That's the owners of the world who decide every war and on both sides because they make money. They're arms dealers. I've been saying it for...
Now, let that breathe in. Okay, breathe that in, baby. Breathe that in right there. We all know that war brings money. So they're saying that President Trump got like 2 weeks. He gonna make a decision in like 2 weeks of what he gonna do. And I'm gonna share something with y'all. The uncomfortable truth may be whatever he get in here and decide in the next 2 weeks. I want y'all to understand this may be a decision that might rock your understanding of President Trump. Because I just played for you President Nixon. Okay? I just played for you Roseanne Barr. I want you to understand that whatever is going to happen in the 2 weeks from now is going to be about money. Do you understand? It's going to be about money and power. And the thing is that America may be laid down on the totem pole. We may be about to go through some shit. Alleged. You understand? I want you to understand that. This is why I played President Nixon. Because I want you to understand how deep this goes with the small hat people. You might hear people in the shadows talking about we shouldn't. We know we shouldn't. We know we shouldn't. But the tides with them run so deep. It's like a loyalty. It's like they believe that they are doing something for Yahweh. The fake belief that they're doing something for Yahweh. And sometimes when Yahweh wants to see something turn up or destroy, and anybody who come in and try to stop it, you'll get turned around in the wake. Ain't that crazy? God forbid. But whatever happens in the next 2 weeks, y'all, understand this is a money situation. See, money have you talking funny. I don't care what country you are. Money will have you talking funny. You think Putin just came out like that and was like, yeah, we going to take care of Iran? This is money have you talking funny. Do you hear me? Now, we done with the foolery. Okay, we done with the foolery. Now we going straight over to Tyler Perry. Okay, we going over to Tyler and getting this information. Okay, now I want y'all to understand something. Us talking about Tyler is not us trying to kick this man back in. The thing why we talking about Tyler is that he hid this stuff, and all the people in the melanated community is in an uproar. Because let me share something with you. It's better to be who you are than act like something that you're not. So when you get exposed, baby, it ain't gonna be funny. You understand? People gonna dog walk you. People gonna dog walk you. All the time when I'm me being on social media, people quick to say, take heed. Oh, you this, you that, you this and this and that. And I tell them, yes, I know. I know I am. Somebody said, oh, you calling Glorilla a heathen, but you a heathen too. I said, of course I am. I have said this already on my show. I'm a heathen too. I am far from holy, honey. But I tell you something, if I pray for you, it's real. You understand? If I pray for you, it's real. If I wish you greatness, if I speak over your life, it's real, baby. But if you say some nonsense or you do some foolery, I'm one of those women that'll curse you out and tell you, no, that don't make no sense. You can't get take heed to sign up for foolery. I'm not gonna do that. I'm too old. I'm not. It's no. So anyway, let's continue. Okay. So this is make it make sense. This is the second one. Okay. This is the second one. You hear me? Dre said, yes, mom. Yes, mom. Okay, so here we go. Make it make sense. Shout out to that amazing content creator. He broke this down. Now I'm gonna share something with you. Y'all indignant today because it's 94 in here and it's only 69 likes. Y'all indignant today. Okay, y'all indignant today. Okay, see, I see how y'all don't love me. Y'all indignant today. Y'all indignant today. Okay, okay, okay. Not your mouth. What is that going on, baby? Thank you for the $1.99 super chat, baby. Thank you. Okay. Now we're gonna get into the video. Okay. Make it make sense. Now you know it's gonna be a commercial first, but we gonna get into it. Okay. Oh, you said I'm paying my tithes, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for paying your tithes, baby. All right, I appreciate that $1.99 super chat. Okay, let's get into it, baby. Here we go.
As long as the money is there, you will always find somebody who is willing to put their legs to the moon like Rashida. So what is it?
Now remember, we're going through the paperwork for the court right now, okay? For the lawsuit that is being filed against Tyler Perry, okay? So you got make it make sense. He is reading it off and we're talking in the video, okay? So y'all get ready. Here we go. Here we go.
Is it? Or packed a bag or had good sex. It was before I was rich. Dixon found these messages to be strange and untowardly coming.
So that part that he just said, Tyler was talking to Derek, saying that he had the best sex, he had the best everything before he was rich. Okay? So how is a grown man talking to another grown man like this? Let me share something with you. These texts look like boyfriend and girlfriend talking. I ain't lying to you. Okay? But these are two men talking. Okay? But this looked like boyfriend and girlfriend talking because even with the Chipotle situation that he got mad that Derek was walking towards Chipotle with another cast member and he texts him, how did you even find out you saw Derek walking with another cast member, a man, to Chipotle, and you text him like, where you going? Just like a woman. Somebody that rich, you doing that. This is why I said it would have been better if when he made it famous, when Tyler made it famous, he showed his hand. Because if you would have showed your hand, this stuff going on, we would just think this is just relationship issues. But now this looked like something else. Okay? Now, I don't hate Tyler. Let's understand that. I don't hate him. Okay? But you should have just been truthful about what you are. Here we go. Let's continue.
Like Tyler Perry. But being new to the industry, Dixon played along by downplaying the sexual comments and hoping that being around Perry would allow him to showcase his talents as an actor and a writer. So I guess he did have aspirations to be an actor and a writer, and Cater Waiter was just a stepping stone. Soon after Dixon began giving Perry more attention, Perry made his move on Dixon. In January of 2020, just a few months after his first acting gig, Perry invited Plaintiff to his home in Douglasville County, Georgia. Plaintiff showed up to the home hoping that he would be given a chance to befriend Perry and show him how talented an actor Dixon was. At Perry's home, Dixon was served many alcoholic drinks, which Perry also partook in. Dixon felt that Perry was genuinely interested in Dixon's talents as an actor and writer. Perry made no sexual advances at Dixon while they were drinking, and the conversation was friendly. At the end of the night, Perry told Dixon not to drive home. Perry said it was dangerous and that Dixon was so inebriated.
Mind you, this is a boss and a worker situation. And you come to your boss house and y'all drinking. Nobody else is there. It's only y'all two drinking. Okay? Man, listen. Here we go.
Too inebriated to drive home. Dixon agreed and was escorted to a separate guest room, not knowing that this was a ruse to allow Perry to assault Dixon. Dixon was tired and did not have pajamas, and so he got into bed only wearing underwear. Before he knew what was happening, Dixon felt someone else slip into bed behind him and started rubbing Dixon's body around his inner thigh in a highly sexual and suggestive manner. Dixon turned around and saw that Tyler Perry was in bed with him. At this point, Dixon's stomach started to turn, and he began feeling nauseous. Instinctively, Dixon jumped out of bed and told Tyler Perry that he wasn't that sexual. Tyler Perry ignored the comments and told Dixon to turn around so Perry could see him naked in his underwear. Perry then commented on how beautiful Dixon's body was. So Dixon told him that he wasn't that sexual.
These all in one bed.
What does that mean? He wasn't that sexual. Does that mean I'm not there yet? I didn't come out the closet. I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm not ready to, if Dixon, is his name Dixon? Well, Derek Dixon, if I'm not ready to go there yet. Was he scared? How did you get in the bed naked though? Which, you know what I'm saying? You in the guest room, you get in here naked. Like, oh my God, this is something else. This is something else. And I'm going to share something with you. I know y'all saw Tyler's response, right? He in there singing an old Negro spiritual on TikTok. I know y'all saw the response. Oh my God. Here we go.
That he wasn't that sexual. Or he could have just said, I'm straight.
Yeah, he could.
Dixon once again told Perry that he was not into sex. Dixon kept informing Perry that he was not into sex in order, or maybe he's not straight, but he's drunk. He's in this very rich man's house who happens to be his boss. So maybe he is gay or bi or whatever his sexuality is, and this was his way of.
But how did Tyler even think that he was like that? So it had to be something that he saw in Derek that he's like that. But maybe Derek was like, I don't want to mess with you. Because listen, just because you got money don't mean I'm supposed to just sleep with you. Okay? So he probably told him, like, I don't look at you that way. I don't want to be doing stuff with you that way. It could have been like that too, right? Let's continue. Here we go.
Not offending Tyler. Remember, these are all allegations. We don't know.
Alleged. I want to say that.
You're drunk. You're not expecting this. You've just been sexually assaulted, and you're trying not to step on any toes. If these allegations are true, that's a really hard place to be in. I didn't mean to say it like that, but you get the point. I really wasn't. That is a difficult spot for somebody to have to be in. In response to Dixon's frequent assertions that Dixon was not into sex, Perry started prying further. Perry would send Dixon a text message saying, I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me. I hope you get past that block in your mind soon. Perry was in.
He said, I hope you find someone that will make love to you and hold you. And this is his boss talking to him like that. This is your boss talking to you like that. Let's continue. Oh my God.
Hopefully get past the block in his mind and would let Tyler Perry make love to him. Now that is on the nose. That is definitely on the nose. This is setting a different scene. So if the man has just told him he's not that sexual of a person, now these comments are making sense. Okay, let me open you up for you to become more of a sexual person. And he's saying that he always changes the subject when it turns sexual. Okay, this paints a different picture. I'm getting it now. I only slightly glanced over this before we went live. I like to get a real reaction. Did somebody say dry bacon for pussy? I'm dead. Dead.
Oh my God.
Deceased. Not dry bacon for pussy. Why are y'all like this? Why are y'all like this? Who put that in the comments? I can't even find it. Dry bacon for pussy. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, hit that like button, share. Sharing always helps the video. It pushes it into the algorithm. I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best parts of your life, my friend. Trust me. I hope you get past that block in your mind soon. Perry was implying that Dixon would hopefully get past the block in his mind and would allow Tyler Perry to make love to him. After that assault in January, Dixon felt betrayed. Perry continued to call or text Dixon every day, asking to talk more. Dixon ignored Perry, which led Perry to text him, Derek, why don't you text me anymore? I kind of want to know what happened after line item number 68. He said that he's not very sexual. Did Tyler just leave the bedroom? Did they talk about it the next day? I'm sure this will come out.
No. If this man was offended about what happened that night, remember they both were drinking, okay? And he said Derek was taking more drinks, right? Derek was drunk, okay? Something happened, okay? Something happened. And so now, you remember in the beginning yesterday, Tyler was telling him, remember when you say no, have a strong no, okay? Remember yesterday we were talking about it. And Tyler told him in the text, when you say no, have a strong no. Magic, of course I have a wide nose. I'm a black woman. Black women have wide noses, baby. You ain't do nothing, okay? You ain't say nothing. Trolls everywhere. Anyway, so now that's why. So something happened with him and Derek in that room. That's why Derek was, and then listen, alleged, but something happened. Because why did he keep texting Derek? Derek wasn't responding. Because this is the thing. A lot of things happen to men. I don't care if you are from the rainbow community. I don't care if you are a heterosexual man. You know what I'm saying? You straight, whatever. I don't care what's going on. Okay? But if you say no, it means no. Am I right? If you say no, I'm not that way, or no, I don't want dick, okay, no. No. No means no. But I remember he told Derek, have a strong no. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Now, I put my own rendition in there yesterday because I was like, because sometimes I say no, but you know what I mean? And it like, you know, because that's my husband. That's my husband. I'm saying like that. But somebody said in the comments, no, take heed. No means no. So I want to stay with that because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, no, take heed said this. So no. No means no. Even when men say no, it means no. Okay? So, and an 8-year-old shouldn't be in this chat though, green beans, because you know, I told y'all that our content is for adults. So YouTube blocked young people from watching my stuff. So anyway, back to the story at hand. Let's see what happened. Let's continue.
Exit to trial. The more Dixon ignored Perry, the more aggressive Perry became, until finally Perry offered Dixon a part in a new show called The Oval. Dixon was intrigued and was hoping that this would be the big break that he was looking for, and a chance for him to display his acting talent. On February 11, 2020, Perry told Dixon to quit.
Okay, so now we understanding he couldn't get Derek to talk to him all that time, right? So now he promised him a part in something so Derek would come back, because he probably allegedly essayed Derek. Okay, that night when they was drinking. Okay, because I'm gonna share something with you. When the spirit is in you, your mind ain't right. Do you understand? Anything can happen when you in the spirit drinking. You understand? You get superhuman strength. Okay, so anything can happen. You see how big Tyler is. Okay, you see how big he is. Now anyway, let's continue. Alleged. Let's continue.
By legendary events and come work exclusively for Perry. Perry was not able to control Dixon so long as Dixon had a secondary income that was providing for his basic needs. Once Dixon quit his job due to his role on the Oval, Perry started getting more and more personal with Dixon, knowing that Dixon was now under his control. Perry would often say things like, I give and give and give, and no one ever does anything for me in return. No one ever gives me what I want or what I need, implying that Dixon was not giving him sex. Perry started asking Dixon about Dixon's sexual preferences and what role Dixon took on when engaging in sexual acts, whether he was a top or bottom, which in sexual terms means whether Dixon preferred to give or receive backdoor action. Perry further indicated to Dixon that he had had sex with men before and that he was a top. Perry further told Dixon that when you have a... I know y'all read...
They said Perry told Dixon that he's a top. Perry told Dixon that he is a top. Alleged. I know this is breaking a lot of black women because as much as we love Tyler Perry, this is breaking a lot of black women right now. Let's continue.
Perry further told Dixon that when you got a big dick and when you hit the G spot right on these bottoms, they go crazy.
I'm so tired, child. I was done. I'm so tired.
Did he say that? Did he say that? Alleged. He said if you got a big dick and you hit the bottom on some of these bottoms, they go crazy. Did he say that? Now that's true if you in pussy now. I don't know about that back door, but when you in pussy, that's true. If you know how to swing that bat and you hit the bottom, yeah, that woman is she is your new problem. She's your new problem. But baby, when you call her in the midnight hour, she gonna be there. I don't care what happened. Cause I have been known to walk somewhere at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning with a hoodie on, some jeans, and my Nikes, my Air Force Ones, and my hat backwards. I have been known to do this, but it was only to my husband. Okay? I ain't never done nothing like that before in my life, but I know I was fiending. Okay? So I have been known to take that walk. Let's continue. Here we go. This is crazy.
Perry further, is this in a text message too? Perry further told plaintiff that he wanted a man who was in a relationship with another individual, but with whom he could be emotionally involved and engage in sexual acts with, like a friend with benefits relationship. Because Perry did not have time to deal with the emotional aspect of the relationship, only the physical. Despite these comments, Dixon knew that a full-throated refusal. Now, why would he call it a full-throated refusal? Why would he call it a full-throated refusal? Okay. Despite these comments, Dixon knew that a full-throated refusal would land him in the doghouse and might result in his role being cut on the oval. Fearing that his career would end before it began, Dixon put up with these comments and continued to maintain that he was not the sexual type. On or around March of 2020, Dixon received the script for the oval. He was written in as a season regular and was therefore expected to quit his job with legendary events. Dixon's character was written as gay, homeless, and a desperate store clerk who had to sleep with one of the other characters for a place to stay. You did not write this man's character as you see him. What is happening? What you wrote him as a desperate homeless person who is having to sleep with somebody for money? No.
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it a coincidence?
Yo.
Oh my God.
Okay, Tyler. I'm trying, Tyler.
No,
I'm trying, Tyler.
try.
I'm trying it.
Don't try. It's nasty. Don't
Okay.
try.
That's 2 on the nose, y'all.
Oh my God.
More importantly, at the end of the season, his character would be shot 4 times in the chest. Dixon felt that this was a way for Perry to test Dixon out for a year and see if he could be loyal to Perry. When Dixon asked Perry about the shooting, Perry indicated that if Dixon did a good job, Dixon would be back, and that a shooting didn't necessarily mean that Dixon's character was out of the script for the future seasons.
That's not true. If somebody on camera hit you 4 times in your chest, okay, he only did it like that because he wanted to see if Derek was going to give him that bottom, okay? He only did it that way to see if Derek was going to give him that bottom. And if Derek didn't give Perry that bottom, he was going to just delete him off the show. Okay? Alleged. Let's continue.
Dixon's character was only shot in the chest, not the head. Dixon immediately understood that his job security depended on his relationship with Perry. From this point on, Dixon worked with the constant fear of losing his job if he did not engage with and endear Perry's sexual harassment. Shortly after giving Dixon this news, and after telling Dixon that future seasons were dependent on Dixon doing a good job, Tyler Perry invited Dixon to his home in Atlanta. Plaintiff asked questions and tried to wiggle his way out of the invitation because he remembered what happened the last time the two were alone. However, Plaintiff knew that his job security, income, and livelihood depended on his attendance. Plaintiff had seen other employees of Perry's who had experienced sudden deaths on the show when they fell on Perry's bad side. In fact, Perry had made it clear to Dixon that he would often kill characters in order to get an actor to be loyal or obedient. When Dixon arrived at his house, Tyler Perry gave Dixon a warm welcome and was very friendly. Soon after, Tyler Perry started asking Dixon a slew of sexually charged questions, even if asked.
So now we understand when he deletes the character off these shows, it's because if it's a male character. So now we understand when he delete these male characters off the shows, it's because they said no. It's because they said no. So when the show dies, it's because the man and the character said no. Okay? So that's how he using his power. It's not strange. Other people have done it too. It's not just Tyler that has done this. There's many other people who do this nonsense too. So let's be clear, okay? White, black, brown, whatever. They all do this nonsense when they have a certain type of power over people. If you don't give up that pajayjay, if you don't give up that booty, okay, you don't let them be the booty bandit, okay, then you're going to lose your job. Let's understand that, okay? Here we go.
Asking if Dixon liked it rough in bed. I'm sorry. I know Tyler Perry is a big man, but when I see Tyler Perry, this is literally all I see.
All right, this feels almost
no. That man is too big. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody ever seen Tyler in real life, but that man is big. I saw him in Newark, okay, at Symphony Hall at one of the plays. That man is big. Do you understand? And if you're not as big as him, this man is towering over you, okay? I'm letting you know right now, that's a big man, okay? That is a big man, and he's strong too. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, okay? Ain't no way. So nobody would tell me that thing did not go left with him and Derek, okay? Because the situation sound like Big Bubba in prison. That's what the situation sound like. You know how they tell you Big Bubba and Big Bertha is in prison waiting for you. No.
A big man, but when I see Tyler Perry, this is literally all I see. I feel like most people probably see Tyler Perry as Medea. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. I just don't see Tyler Perry. Okay. Tyler Perry said he is a top that hits the G-spot.
You hear that? I told y'all already. Tyler Perry said, I am a top that hit the G-spot. Okay? I'm going to share something with you. I don't know what y'all find in that booty. I don't know. I know some of y'all like that booty. Okay? Even some of y'all girls be doing that booty thing. I know some of y'all like that booty. I understand. Okay? No, I don't really understand. I can't. I just never saw any pleasure in the booty. I just don't. Ain't no way. That looked like a whole fight waiting to happen. Look, Dre, that's a whole fight waiting to happen. A-Team, you hear me? That's a whole fight. Okay, Sai, you hear me? That's a whole fight. I'm sorry. I never saw pleasure in the booty. Now, no, but JJ, yes now, baby. Yes now, okay? Yes, okay? Oh, my goodness, honey. Here we go. Let's go.
Perry then physically reached out and violently grabbed Dixon's throat, attempting to physically choke Dixon, and remarked, wow, look how excited you just got. You do like that.
They said he choked him. Tyler choked him. Said Tyler choked him. Alleged. I'm telling you, 18, ain't no way I'm playing in that doo-doo. I can't. I don't see the sexual desire there. I mean, I can see, you got a big ass, you're a woman, you got a big ass, but doggy style, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because the doggy style, at least you hear you hear the clap. You know what I'm saying? So that make y'all both excited. You hear the clap. If the doggy style, but to go inside, woo, God, I be trying to fight somebody. That's too. Anyway, let's go.
I don't want to expand my mind to thinking about Tyler Perry as anything other than Medea, Christy. To me, he's Medea. he's Medea to me. Christy. Dixon was horrified, shocked, and in panic. Dixon never thought that Tyler Perry could get so violent and would place his hands on Dixon's throat in a sexually aggressive manner. Dixon did not enjoy or consent to any of this conduct. Dixon was in shock and took steps to immediately de-escalate the situation. Due to the onset of the Panini in March of 2020, filming for The Oval was postponed indefinitely. During the period in which filming for The Oval was postponed, Tyler Perry would make FaceTime calls and other contacts with Dixon almost every day, treating Dixon as an on-call pet. Dixon felt obligated.
Wait, he said he treated Dixon as a ongoing pet, ongoing pet. Listen, I'm no. And then Cy gonna put in here, it's for hold, not stroke. Listen, listen, Cy, I can't, I don't care what happened, I can't. No, that back door is not meant for nothing. It's not meant for nothing but using the bathroom. I can't, but some people like it. I just listen. Dixon was all for it at those. Listen. I don't know what happened. But when he got in that bed with those underwears on, when he got in that bed in the guest bed with underwears on, and then all of a sudden he feels somebody rubbing on him, baby, ain't no way. You hear me? Ain't no way. So that's like a woman going to her boss house. There's no Uber, there's no taxi or none of that to come pick you up. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You go to your boss house, you drinking. You ain't bring nobody with you. You went by yourself, and your boss tell you, oh, you can sleep in the guest room. And then because most women, let me share something with you. This is a little fresh. But most women, we don't go to bed with bra and panties on. Most women don't do that. Some women like to sleep like, birthday style. Some women can sleep with the muumuu, okay, with the muumuu and nothing else on like that. So can you imagine a woman being there? That would have went left. It's something, and I'm not being mean, my brothers. This is from Every Color. I'm not being mean. But once y'all, let's be clear. Once you already have in your mind that you want pussy, once you already have it in your mind, okay? Let's be clear. Once you already have it in your mind and it plays out in your mind of how you going to get this woman, okay? You move to the plan. Do you hear what I'm saying? You move to the plan, and somehow you get superhuman strength, okay? My king is just like this. He'll it'll be a whole plan in his mind, and somehow he'll call me, I need some lemonade from the refrigerator. Mind you, we have a refrigerator upstairs in our room, okay? But he'll say, and I'll be down here doing something, downstairs. I need some lemonade. Give me something to drink. You know what I'm saying? Give me tea or give me coffee or something like that. We got that stuff upstairs. But he'll say, give me something to drink or whatever. So I have to bring my happy ass upstairs with the drink. And then you think he's laying on the bed. I told y'all this yesterday. You think he be laying on the bed. This man be behind the door, because our door opens slightly so you can't see anything. So now he's behind the door. And so now once I get in the room, the door slammed, the door locked. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm stuck. Okay? Mind you, I like it. I'm not complaining. You know what I'm saying? I like it. I'm not complaining. I'm ready for the war. I'm not one of those wives that don't touch me, don't touch. Well, I do that in the beginning, though. I do it in the beginning. Don't touch me. I'm playing and stuff like that. And then I'll be ready after that. Now, let's go back to the story, but this is something crazy. Do you hear me? This is something crazy. Alleged. Lord, let's continue.
Fear of losing his role, incoming career. Perry often asked Dixon about his whereabouts. Perry often asked about Dixon. Oh, I don't think that's right. Perry often asked about Dixon about his whereabouts, often demanding that Dixon respond immediately. When he didn't, Perry would send text messages to Dixon stating, Derek, and what are you doing? Additionally, Perry was jealous of anyone who Dixon had a relationship with. Tyler Perry told Dixon that if Dixon got the panini from his roommate at the time, Dixon would not be able to shoot the Oval. Perry encouraged Dixon to move into one of the on-set studio houses owned by Perry, where Perry would have more control over Dixon's whereabouts. Thereafter, Perry would text plaintiff about other actors on his show, Ruthless.
So Dixon was living, and is his name Derek Dixon? I don't know but because I kept calling him Derek. But Dixon was living with a friend, and Tyler said if he slept with him, that he would not get the role for something or whatever. So now he moves Dixon into a studio apartment on site. Ain't this crazy? This is crazy. Alleged, alleged, alleged. Let's continue. Here we go.
Manipulated employees through ruthless retaliation. Perry told Dixon that if he did not like the way an actor behaved or the way the actor was acting, the character would simply die in season 2.
If your child has used Roblox,
He said the actor would just be deleted in season 2. He was not playing. He was not playing. Oh my God.
Actor behaved or the way the actor was acting, the character would simply die in season 2. Dixon understood that Perry was informing Dixon to be cautious about disappointing or upsetting Perry. As a result, Dixon continued to put up with Perry's suggestive messages and sexual advances while doing his best to protect himself by taking notes and amassing evidence of the sexual harassment and keeping old text messages. In one conversation in or around April of 2020, Perry told Dixon that Perry imagined Dixon prancing around in a cowboy outfit and that Perry did things to Dixon and that he couldn't talk with Dixon about any further because they were so wrong. In one conversation in or around April of 2020, Perry told Dixon that Perry imagined Dixon prancing around in a cowboy outfit and that Perry did things to Dixon and that he couldn't talk with Dixon about any further because they were so wrong. So you allegedly then already choked the man, told him he then got excited, let him know you were a rough top and you could hit the G-spot. And, oh, jeez, this is a lot.
So he said he imagined Dixon in a cowboy suit and he was doing so many things to Dixon. Okay. So Tyler had a desire for this man. He had a desire for this man to even imagine that, you know, he would have this man certain type of way. Okay. Now this is the same thing like a woman. When I be telling y'all, when you ready to make love to your husband, that you have to let it play out in your mind first, okay? As he's sucking and everything all over you, let it play out in your mind, okay? Some women, I tell y'all, dress your husband as the cable man. Not your real cable man. I'm talking about cable man that he got the clothes on like a cable man. Electricity, okay? PSENG, okay? All right, the mailman, dress him. I like mine to look. Well, mine is a mailman, so mine, you know. Okay, so dress your husband up in your mind at certain things, and so here he go talking about he's a cowboy. Oh my God, let's continue. Here we go.
Not Medea goes to the rodeo. Why are we like this? It ain't just me. Y'all are just as bad as me. It's not just me.
It's you too, though.
It is not just me. Y'all are
It's you too. This is terrible.
It's not just me. Gee. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Okay. Not Cowboy Perry. He did go. Didn't he go to the Cowboy Carter concert on the first night?
Oh my.
He was there with. I think he was there with Oprah and Beyonce's mama, right?
Lord.
Not Medea tops defenseless white bottom. Dead. What is wrong with us? Jesus Christ, what is wrong? Diary of an Angry Cowboy. Okay, let me stop. I need to. I'm sorry. In or around April of 2020, while Dixon was living in the studio homes on set, Perry often coerced Dixon to drink alcohol and then got on the phone with Perry. Perry would frequently have someone drop off alcohol at Dixon's door. I'm always down for some Casamigos. Perry would have, and nobody buys me any. Perry would eventually turn these phone calls into sexually explicit rants. Perry would get frustrated with Dixon and tell Dixon that he was not giving Perry what he needs. Dixon's refusal to succumb to Perry's sexual advances caused Perry to be even more frustrated. Eventually, Perry warned Dixon that if Dixon told his castmates about the harassment, Dixon would be opening himself up to lots of questions and foolishness, and demanded that Dixon not discuss any of their conversations with his castmates. But he didn't make you sign an NDA. Perry upped the stakes by telling Dixon point blank that he would not tell anyone about their friendship. Perry told Dixon that it should all remain a secret and tried to make it seem like the secret was for Dixon's benefit. Perry continued to sexually harass Dixon. On June 27, 2020, defendant Perry texted Dixon that all he wanted for his birthday were biscuits and BJ's.
Perry told Dixon that all he wanted was his birthday. All he wanted for his birthday was... So he just wanted Derek to assume the position on his birthday. Okay? So his birthday was coming, alleged. And Perry said, all I want is this. Hey, Hall, how are you? It's good to see you. Okay? Ozo says, you look funny. I know, baby. I know I look funny. I know I look funny, but I got somebody that loves me, so it is what it is. Let's continue. Here we go.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. All I wanted was some biscuits and BJs, referring to blowjobs and oral sex, but that all Perry ever received were biscuits, insinuating a request for oral sex from Dixon. This text was followed by other message calling Dixon cute, cutie, and that Perry was just thinking about Dixon. Where are your other men? Where are your other men who are in relationships who are collecting this money? What is it about Dixon that, is it that Dixon, it's probably that Dixon was not in.
It's because he want Dixon. You know, let me share something with you. There will be men that, and I mean, straight men do this too. There will be women that want him, right? There'll be women that want him, but it's one of the women that don't want him, okay? One of the women that don't want him. So he works hard to get that JJ. We all know that, right? Black Queen, how are you? He works hard to get that JJ. And then now, once he get that JJ, okay? Once he get that JJ, he has conquered the JJ, so he don't need it no more because he conquered it. I already laid there and conquered it. You know what I'm saying? So he won it because, you know, he could get it from everybody else, but he wanted Derek. Ain't that crazy? Oh my God. This, whoo. Alleged. All right, here we go.
I'm telling y'all, people not, if you're just coming in here, this is Dixon, or whatever his name is. I was about to call him Christian Dixon. I'm sorry, Derek Dixon.
Derek.
It's probably because Derek is not interested.
That's his name, Derek Dixon. So now, make it make sense is saying that he probably wasn't interested in Tyler. More than likely he wasn't. Here we go.
It's probably because Derek just thanked him for the car and moved on. Thanked him for the job and moved on. Kept telling him I'm not very sexual. Okay, so let's read this. Listen, it's kind of small. Let's see. Okay, listen.
And everything that Tyler Perry is doing to this young man, Derek, is just like when the older man is doing the same thing for that younger woman. He trying to get that JJ. And then later, when the older man figure out, like, all this shit I done for you and I still ain't get that pussy, this is when shit go left. Okay, and that's what we seeing right now. The shit is going left, but Derek got some cards in hand because he got that night that Perry allegedly forced himself upon him. Okay, and that's why you heard in the beginning yesterday that Derek was telling. So eventually Perry must have got that. Eventually he must have got it. Because what happened was, y'all remember that Derek was saying that Perry said his no wasn't loud enough. Okay? Now, I don't know what the hell that mean. No mean no. So apparently he got it. And then now he tells him, your no wasn't loud enough. That doesn't make sense. Let's continue.
If you let the cast know that you and I have a new friendship, then you are opening yourself up to a lot of questions and foolishness. You want them to know that you are there because you're talent and not because we have a friendship or because Tony got me to give you a job. You earned your spot like everyone else. Don't give people an opportunity to play you small or they will. I can teach you everything. Excuse me. Unfortunately, there are some things you'll have to learn yourself. Because when we go back to work, I'm not going to know you. I don't have any friends that work for me, my friend. Professionalism is key. Derek responds, you're totally right. I was about to say Medea. Tyler says, I hope you got it, my friend. He says, that makes total sense. Just watch the behavior of everyone around me on set. He says, yeah, I will. Don't want to give anyone that opportunity because work is work. I guess we can leave it a little larger so you guys can see it a little better. Where are the text messages about the BJs and biscuits? Despite these advances, Dixon continued to act professionally, continued to tell Perry he was not sexual. That seemed to be the only way of keeping Perry at bay while keeping his job. In July of 2020, Perry remarked about how much he loved the script for Dixon's television series called Losing It, and he claimed that he wanted to shoot the pilot for the pilot. Perry would never really work towards that goal, and what Perry was really doing was making Mr. Dixon more dependent on Perry, so that Perry could later extract sexual favors from Dixon as a quid pro quo. In or around August of 2020, Dixon and his castmates began shooting for the Oval after delays due to the pandemic, during which time all castmates and crew lived on the set in a quarantine bubble. Shortly after, Perry confided in Dixon that the two cast members were pissing him off and that Perry swore that he knew how to fix this shit. Perry added that he loves killing a mother effer in a show that no one expects, that he was going to shoot them all shot and kill them mofos, referring to killing off characters in Oval played by actor who Perry wanted to retaliate against. More importantly, Perry stated in one text message, "I may need to shoot the shoot out early," which Dixon understood to mean that unless the actors knew they were going to die and that their time on the show was over, they wouldn't change their ways. Perry was going to film the shoot out early so that the actors would be more submissive to Perry's request. Let's see. "But I swear to you, I know how to fix this shit. I love killing an MFer in the show. You could be," and this is where he said, "you could be sipping Mai Tais, counting coconuts, right?"
And this is a man that is holy. This is a man that's holy. That he said he loved deleting off mofos if they don't cater to what he want. So that means Tyler was like, listen, either you get down or you know what I'm saying, or you stand up. Either which one, you get down or you stand up. Okay? Listen, the Holly Weird is something else. Okay? Either you get down or you stand up. Now, get down mean it's going like this. Okay? Get down mean it's going like this. Now, if you stand up, that means you lost your job. That means you lost your job. If you stand up, you lost your job, damn it. You hear me? You lost your job. Okay? You didn't let him be the booty bandit. Okay? Let's continue. Here we go.
He says, "Think about the last episode. They were all shot. We don't know who lives. Exactly. I'm scared. They should be too. Nope, they're not. Last I checked, we all got the same bullets in us." Tyler continues, "They are stupid to think that. So stupid. I'm going to have a come to Jesus moment with them. I think I'm going to shoot them all. That'll do it. They'll be like, wait."
He said he has a coming to Jesus moment for them all. This is a man that's saved, y'all. This is a man that's saved. He said he going to have a coming to Jesus moment with them all. Now, do I think Derek is lying about this conversation? No. I don't think he lying, because this is how Tyler talk. I watched him break out of character in North Symphony Hall. This is how this man talk. Okay? Ain't no way. Let's continue. Here we go.
Tyler says, "I may need to shoot the shootout early, like Tuesday, or maybe okay that Beyonce song on the loudspeaker for everyone." Tyler says, "I was just about to text you this." What song is this? What song is that, y'all? What is that song? It's like an old song. Let's see. Beyonce.
You sending men music, like, love music. You sending him love music. You sending Derek love music. He wanted that booty. He wanted that booty. He wanted Derek. That's why he bought that car, put him in an apartment, and all that stuff. He wanted that booty. Okay? And Derek said, "No, you can't have this booty." Okay? Derek said, "You cannot have this booty." Okay? I can't. Derek said, "Not me." Okay? Oh my goodness. I don't believe it was Derek first time. No, Derek is doing something. But Derek didn't want to do nothing with him. Maybe he not his preference. Okay? I don't listen, I'm not saying Derek is straight. I didn't say he was straight. Alleged. I didn't say he was straight. Because the flirtation was too much. You understand? Men don't do that. Okay? If a man is looking for pussy, you can't talk to him like that. Another man can't talk to him like that. Oh, where you was and this and that. If you a straight man, you can't talk. If somebody from the rainbow side talk to a straight man like that, you're going to get cursed out. You're going to get cursed out and disrespected and everything. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, okay? Alleged. Thank you, 18. You're going to get cursed out. So, no, he was down for the stuff. He just didn't want to go far with it. That's why I'm saying something went wrong when they was drinking that night in the bed, okay? Something went wrong. Because remember, yesterday, when we were reading this thing yesterday, we was doing a video yesterday, he said, okay, make it make sense, said that in the paperwork that Derek was told by Perry that your no is not strong enough. Who the hell? Okay. Your no is not strong enough. You hear me? Your no is not strong enough. So did he say no? Or 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 what was he supposed to say? No! Like, you know what I'm saying? What was he supposed to say? No! Like, you know what I'm saying? What was he supposed to do? That's right, Deborah. No is no, damn it. What was he supposed to... No! You know what I'm saying? Get your ass off me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. Let's continue. I can't. I can't. Oh, my God.
So,
now we gonna stop because it looked like make sense is breaking just a little bit. Now, 18 says, son, first of all, a straight man is not gonna lay in a bed with a man who desires him. Get it, 18. That's right. You first of all, the straight man gonna jump out of the bed and be ready to fight. I don't care how big you are. He gonna be ready to fight. Okay? You will not get his bootay. You will not get his bootang. You hear me? You ain't gonna get that bootang. He not gonna let you get that bootang. Deborah said facts. That's right. He not gonna let you get that bootang. Gregory said fight right there. That's right. It's gonna be a whole fight. We're not gonna be laying in the bed. You ain't gonna be able to rub on my leg and this and that. How did you even get to my leg? Once I found out that somebody in the bed with me, once I found out somebody in the bed with me, you wouldn't even been able to touch my leg. Oh my God. Let's continue. Here we go.
do y'all know what song that is yet? Irreplaceable. Okay.
Irreplaceable.
Okay. Y'all are on it. Perry intentionally made these comments to instill fear in Dixon. Mr. Dixon now knew that he would lose his job if Dixon did not play ball with Perry's sexual harassment. This is what Perry had been setting up. Dixon was now fully relying on Perry for his income, hope, and future aspirations. Perry made it clear that Dixon was not to disclose the relationship to anyone else, and Dixon was aware that Tyler Perry would kill him off the show for good, thereby ending his career, if Dixon got on Perry's bad side. To top it all off, Dixon already knew to top it all off. Is he doing this on purpose? Who wrote this? Did Tyrone Blackburn write this complaint? Let's see. Who's the attorney? Jonathan Delshad. Okay, so it's not Tyrone Blackburn. Okay. To top it all off, Dixon already knew that his character was shot 4 times at the end of the season, but that the shots might not be fatal. In July of 2020, Perry read the script for Dixon's pilot and told Dixon that he loved the show so much, he wanted to shoot the pilot for it. Dixon did not know that Perry never intended on shooting the new show. Perry knew that he could use the motivation of shooting Mr. Dixon's show to get Dixon to do what Dixon had been resisting for many months, which was to give Perry the sexual gratification Perry so craved. Once the stage was set, Perry knew he could get away with sexual harassment. During the filming of The Oval in 2020, Perry engaged in severe, pervasive tirade of sexual commentary, including but not limited to that Dixon liked being choked, following Dixon's being choked by a cast member in one scene on The Oval. B, why do you twist your hips when you walk? C, how can I...
So everything he wanted to do to Dixon, he had the character on the show do to Dixon because Dixon played a rainbow character. You know what I'm talking about, okay? I can't say the word on YouTube. He played the rainbow character and had all these things. Ain't that crazy? He played this character on the show, and everything Tyler wanted to do to him, he had the other cast member do to him on the show so Tyler can watch it. Oh shit, wait a minute. This sounds like some Diddy shit. Wait a minute. I can't. I'm not laughing because this is wrong. This is wrong. But the thing is that if you would have came out and just let everybody know how you get down, this would be nothing. This would be nothing. This would just be a relationship that went crazy, okay? That it went the wrong way. That's what everybody will be looking at. Not that, oh, you out here breaking Dixon down, okay? Okay? You out here doing Big Bubba style, telling Dixon you better get down, okay? Damn it, that's crazy. Anyway, let's go. Let's continue.
Yeah, Dixon.
That's nasty. So he told Dixon, listen, only how you gonna get to your own show is if you get in here and give me that booty. If you get in here and give me that booty, that's only how you gonna get your own show. Okay? That's only how you gonna get your own show. Oh my God. No. That's crazy.
When will you be thick again? I love how I feel right now, but I don't like being horny. I feel sorry for the first person who flirts with me. That is thirsty. That is definitely thirsty as hell. I feel sorry for the...
You heard what Perry said, allegedly? I feel sorry for the next person who flirt with me. Because I'm so horny. I feel sorry for the next person who flirt with me. So that means somebody flirt with you, you would just take them to the bathroom and do that shit. Oh my goodness. Let's continue. Here we go.
Person who flirts with... You are a, we'll say, prolific writer in your own... Like, you've created your own lane. This is the best flirting you got? I feel so sorry for the person who flirts with me. You have 1.36 billion. You technically, for the right person, only got to say I got 1.36 billion. That's it. That's all it takes.
Oh my God.
Diddy wasn't paying none of them no money. And doing the most. I've been trying to pull that energy. I have been trying to put that energy somewhere else, but everything is sexual on this stuff. That snake across the table made me think of Nicki Minaj from the music video from...
You know what I'm thinking? Because I just read your comment, 18. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking Tyler is a long pipe problem. I'm thinking he's a long pipe problem. And I'm thinking Derek had saw this. Do you understand? Because I'm going to share something with you. It's something about men. Men are quick to pull their dick out. I'm not lying to you. They are. I don't know why. They just want you to see it. They will even show you that, oh, they'll tell you this sob story. Men are something else. They will tell you that sob story. Look what you did. Look what you did. Look what you did to me. You understand? Look what you, and they'll flip it out. They'll flip it out. I'm thinking that the pipe is something else. Okay? And Derek said, not me. Okay? Derek said, not me. Renee, stop laughing. Derek said, not me. Okay? Because there's sometimes where you meet a man and he a whole problem. Okay? And there's some women that will rise to the challenge and say, baby, let's do it. Okay? Then there's some men that you look and you say, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? There's some men that you look at and you say, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? You got to tap your neck like this. You got to say, wait a minute. Okay? So, no, it's wrong. It's wrong. And so Derek must have seen it. Maybe that night they was in the bed together. You know what I'm saying? He saw it. Okay? Tyler ain't just getting that bed naked now. You know, I mean, he ain't just getting there with clothes on. Okay? He ain't just getting there with clothes on. He probably was naked while Derek was in the, you know what I'm saying? When Derek was in the bed. Okay? Derek Dixon was in the bed. And so Derek seen that, you know, that pipe and was like, wait a minute. Okay? That's probably why, but I'm still thinking it went left because remember Tyler told him your no is not strong enough. And you know what I feel bad for? I'm going to share something with you. See, just like Take Heed is laughing and stuff like this, and there's a lot of content creators who is laughing and stuff like this, but if Derek was violated, this is wrong. You understand? This is wrong if he was violated. He didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? You should, if you don't want something, you have the right to say no. Okay? Let's continue. Here we go. Good morning, Mr. Harris. How are you? Mr. He Said is in the house, y'all. Please hit the like and subscribe button on this amazing content creator channel. Okay? This brother know he do what it do each and every day, honey. Y'all don't forget Cerebro Saturdays, honey. Y'all get in here, like and subscribe to this brother channel. And his wife is the Shame Lady. Mrs. She Said, Miss Harris is in the house, baby. Okay? Okay, when you see Mr. Harris, you know you see Mrs. Harris. When you see Mr. He Said, you know you see Mrs. She Said in the house. Y'all please like and subscribe to both of these amazing content creators' channel. Okay? So now, guys, back to the story at hand. Something is not right. Okay, now this is a long video, but something is not right. Booty bandit is real. The booty bandit is real. You hear me? You got to protect the booty at all costs. I told y'all, the video I did yesterday, I said, y'all brothers got to protect the booty at all costs. Do you hear me? Fight, damn it. Fight. Protect the booty at all costs. Shoot. Let's continue.
In which she references intercourse with male genitalia symbolized by a snake.
What?
I would gladly chop you right now.
Did he say that?
Choke. A suggestion that Dixon should get...
Dixon said that genitalia looked like a snake. I told y'all! I told y'all he was hanging low. I told y'all. Anyway, 18 said it first. I told y'all. Okay? I told y'all. 18, you see? 18 said, no, something wrong. Something wrong. No, he hang low. Something wrong. Yes. He said, I looked at it and it looked like a snake. Okay? So the dick was a snake, y'all. Oh, my goodness. I'm scared. Okay? No, the dick was a snake. Derek said, no, it looked like a snake. Let's continue. Here we go.
But that plaintiff would have to give up BJ's, and that could be dangerous for Dixon's partner, especially if they're not circumcised. I am more than grossed out.
Oh, my goodness.
I am more than grossed out.
Oh, my goodness.
At what point does it become okay for your boss to talk about this man's... We technically don't know this man's sexuality, but let's say that he's gay. You're just trying to find out if his partner is circumcised or not. That is weird for your boss, a billionaire, to be asking, like...
So you wanted Derek to show you his penis. Is that right? Is that right? Thank you, Black Queen. I see you, honey. 100 jewels, I think it is. Jules, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. So you wanted Derek to show... Now, was this... I don't even know when this happened. Because something happened in that bedroom. Something happened in that bedroom, okay? Because you ain't going to tell them, you need a stronger no. No, something happened. Okay, so now, okay, let's continue. Let's continue.
That's when you were thick Derek, fun Derek, drunk Derek, before...
The EPA has confirmed PFAS.
Oh, my goodness. These commercials got to stop coming in here. Oh, my goodness. So, Tyler, woo. Alleged. Here we go.
You were thick Derek, fun Derek, drunk Derek, before the Panini Derek. I miss him, just without a butt. Thick Derek would have worked them pants out. You don't have to... You only have to try this hard as a billionaire if you are knowingly going after somebody who you know has no desire for you. I'm a very realistic person, and $1.36 billion could make a large percent of the population do something strange for change.
He didn't want him.
That is what it's
Derek
giving.
Didn't want him.
That is definitely what it's giving.
That's what happened.
That is more than accurate. That's how I feel now. This is too much.
So Gregory keeps saying the foreplay went left. Okay, they was doing foreplay and it went left. Something is going on, Gregory. Something is going on. Okay, something is going on. Okay, he's saying they did the foreplay. Something is going on. Let's continue.
This is a lot. I wasn't even expecting all of this, to be honest with you. I thought there would be like maybe a couple instances of something. If this man comes out and says, just like Christian Keys, that he started recording, it's going to be over for TP if these things are accurate and true. No, I definitely need to keep my allegedly banner up. Hold on. I need to take this comment off. This is cringe. This isn't even like. That's when you were thick, Derek. Fun, Derek. Okay. Perry also photographed Dixon's buttocks while on set and sending the pictures to Dixon. 2 text messages of many show that Perry was jealous of seeing Dixon with other men and that Perry described Dixon as so beautiful. Tyler Perry, why did that photo make me jealous?
So he took a picture of Derek Butt. Now remember, Derek was doing sex scenes on the show too. So he took a picture of Derek Butt and then sent it to Derek. Okay, and he said, "I'm jealous of you doing these sex scenes," because remember he had Derek play a rainbow character, okay, on the show. So you see him naked, just like when we used to watch Empire. Y'all remember when Empire was out, and you always saw the one of the sons, sleeping, doing nonsense, doing that whole shit. Okay, so now he said he took a picture and sent it to Derek. Okay, took a picture of Derek, but sent it to him. So he had Derek interact all this stuff on the show that he wanted to do to Derek. Okay. Oh my goodness. Here we go.
Together. I don't know. It's just Brad. LOL. He just wanted to go for a quick walk to get his steps in, and now I'm walking to Chipotle by myself. Thick Derek, get that Chipotle. Can you tell from that photo? No, I can't. Only from your jeans. That's how I measure too. If I'm not filling them out, I'm not working hard enough.
2 men talking like this. Daniel said, "What the fuck?" Renee, I hope I greeted you, baby. 2 men talking like this. Love, I see you. How you doing, honey? 2 men talking like this. Oh, thick Derek. Now that's Perry calling him thick Derek. Okay. He said, "Yeah, that's how I know if I gain weight, if I ain't feeling in my jeans." Yeah. So Derek is not straight. He's not straight. We all confused. He not straight. No man say stuff like that. Oh my goodness. No man say nothing like that. It's a scarf, baby. It's a scarf. Okay? And then I have another scarf inside to make it like a little bubble. Okay? That if you wanted to know. Okay? Now, since you said what's under the scarf, why? Okay, anyway, let's go. Here we go.
To make men, I can't read what it says. To make, it looks like men something. Well, it's not this person, but yes, I want that too. I'm working on it. Therapy is helping. No, not that person, LL. Just saying LL. I feel sorry for the person that you choose. And I won't even take an aspirin from someone anymore. I would cry if that wasn't so funny. What I mean by that is if you're so beautiful. I'm sorry. What I mean by that is that you're so beautiful. When you finally are able to unlock your mind, you're going to make that person crazy. This is sounding like a Tyler Perry film. This sounds like a Tyler Perry stage play.
Tyler Perry called Derek, "You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful." Alleged. But he said, "You are so beautiful." You're telling a man he's beautiful. Another man, you telling him he's beautiful. I told my husband he handsome. You look good to me. You look scrumptious. You look like chocolate. You know what I'm saying? But he called him. He said, "You look beautiful." Shay said it's nasty work. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page as well. Can you imagine? Let's continue. Here we go.
Listen, other unwanted sexual references made Dixon highly uncomfortable. Dixon was caught in a bind. He could not complain to anyone in HR. He had nowhere to turn for relief from the sexual harassment, and he knew that if he did not endure it, he would be killed off from the Oval. Dixon was unsure whether to joke back or rebut Perry's sexual harassment, so he endured it knowing that his job was on the line if he did not engage. Perry would also share intimate details of his own sex life with Dixon. Among other things, Perry would tell Dixon that he had not had good sex since he had become rich and that there were certain times where he had not been touched in months. On the second to last day of shooting for the Oval, Dixon filmed an episode where his character was shot 4 times, indicating a seeming end to his role in the show and his termination from the job. It was precisely following this day of filming when Tyler Perry knew that Dixon's character's fate was to be decided that Perry invited Dixon to his trailer for drinks. Dixon knew that refusing meant the end of his career, so he accepted. It was there, on the very same day, that Perry dialed up the harassment to a new level. Tyler Perry asked Derek Dixon point blank, "Are you attracted to me?" and demanded that Dixon answer. Plaintiff reiterated the same way he did after the first assault, by skirting the question. Dixon told Perry that Dixon wasn't that sexual or looking for anything. Perry's incessant probing did not stop.
Okay. So he said the first assault. So that mean it did happen. that mean the first time he did, okay? So he's saying that alleged Tyler Perry was hounding him like that in his trailer the last day of the shooting, because the shooting for the show, okay? So because he want to know if Derek like him or not, if they're going to get, do something more, okay? So now this is time for Derek to get out here and tell the truth now, if you want to be with me or you don't. Because if he say no, I want to be with you, now your character is going to die off. You're going to lose your job today, okay? So he said you either get up or lay down, either one. Let's get it. Here we go.
Talk about how good looking and sexy Dixon was, and that plaintiff was wasting his looks by not being free and having sex. Dixon repeatedly deflected these comments with neutral answers, constantly looking for ways to avoid Tyler Perry's sexual interrogation. While continuing to worry about his future on the Oval, Mr. Perry was testing how far he could go with Dixon. After enduring the harassment and doing his best to dodge the situation, Mr. Dixon got up and the two exchanged goodbyes. As Dixon was leaving Perry's trailer, Perry got up and pinned Dixon against the wall. Perry began aggressively groping Dixon's buttocks in a sexual motion. Trigger warning.
With a home warranty.
Oh my God, y'all, it's about to get graphic. It's about to get graphic, y'all. So he got up, Derek got up, and Perry decided to grope him and everything like that. Alleged, okay? He said, no, you're going to give that booty today, okay? Alleged, okay? Shay, I see what you put there for your husband. He don't like none of that stuff, huh? I call my husband cute sometimes. I call him cute. I tell him, you look like chocolate. You taste like chocolate. So I understand, okay? I understand. Here we go, y'all.
Trigger warning. If this kind of stuff offends you, I understand, but I think we're about to get into stuff that's a little bit more detailed.
It's about to get hard, y'all.
Perry began aggressively groping Dixon's buttocks in a sexual motion. Tyler Perry began reaching down towards Dixon's buttocks and groped Dixon's butt in a strong and sexual manner that could not have been a mere accident. Dixon stood frozen in horror and could not reciprocate or fight back. All Dixon could do was let his body go cold and limp. Seeing that Dixon had no desire in Perry, Perry told Dixon that he was drunk and asked Dixon to leave the trailer. As soon as Derek Dixon left the trailer following Perry's violent assault, Dixon became severely nauseous and extremely anxious about his job, career, and livelihood. Dixon felt trapped within the confines of the studio's quarantine bubble. There was still another shoot the next day. Dixon called his friend Justin Bryant on the phone and told him everything that happened and was unaware of any human resources representatives to whom he could report the assault. Plaintiff had no one to turn to and nowhere to go to save her from Perry's aggressive sexual harassment and exploitation. The next day, Perry acted like nothing happened, and this time he did not even offer Mr. Dixon an apology. Following this exchange, Dixon began to avoid Perry as much as possible. However, Dixon still felt the need to answer Perry's incessant text messages, so he changed his approach. Dixon often pretended to be asleep to avoid being harassed by Perry. However, Perry persisted by texting Dixon the following messages. Are you awake? Stop ignoring me. You are awake, Derek. Wake up. I know you're not sleeping, and give me attention. In or around early October of 2020, Perry invited Dixon and others from the Oval on a cash trip to Perry's personal island in the Bahamas. Not Perry Island. Not Perry Island.
He got a whole island? He owned an island? So he invited the whole cast to come to the island. And, this might be a way to get Derek now, because they're at an island now, and the island is owned by Perry. And ain't nobody can come in and stop him now if he gonna do something to Derek. Alleged. Let's continue. Here we go.
Dixon knew, as did everyone else on the show, that declining to go on this trip might cause Perry to erase you from the show. Dixon agreed to go, knowing that the whole cast was going to be there. One night,
Deborah, you know he went now. Deborah gonna say, and he went. Deborah, you already know he went now. You know he went. They invited the whole cast. Oh my God. Shay said Epstein Island Part 2. Shay, I'm tired of you, Shay. Let's continue. Okay.
Island in the Bahamas. The cast was having a party. At the end of the night, Perry told Dixon that he wanted to talk to him. Dixon was caught off guard. Perry made alcoholic drinks and forced Dixon to drink with him. Dixon knew that he could not refuse the drinks, otherwise he would risk upsetting Mr. Perry. Instead, Dixon tried to stay in control and sip drinks slowly. Tyler Perry did not control himself. He drank until it was clear that the alcohol had made him bold and sexually aggressive. Perry told Dixon that he wanted a relationship with someone who could be emotionally and sexually available to him, but would also be permissive of Perry having his own relationship with someone else. Isn't he married? Didn't he get married or something?
No, he not married.
Like married to his baby mama?
He not married no more.
No, in December of 2020, Perry announced that he was single.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and his kid is already 10.
Yeah, his son is 10.
Okay. When was this trip? In October of 2020, this was this trip, but he announced that he was single in December of 2020. Okay. Perry Perry said he could see himself having that type of relationship with Dixon. Perry insisted that Dixon needed to be with someone rich because Dixon liked nice things. Perry told Dixon that he was watching all the cast as they laid out in the sun with tanning oil. Perry continued raving about how seeing Dixon greased up like that was driving him crazy. Tyler Perry said he would have burnt the whole island down if one of the other actors or anyone else...
He said that he went crazy because he seen the way that Dixon was oiled up. This is another Diddy. This is another Diddy situation. Okay, oiled up. Let me share something with you. When the body get baby oil, it look nice. The body get baby oil, it looks nice. Okay, so now he said he was upset. If anybody would have said anything to Derek down there, he would have been so upset. Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
Not a jealous top. A jealous, angry, aggressive top. What? What? You were gonna burn the island? Oh.
He said he will.
At one point, he once again aggressively seized Dixon and groped his buttocks. Dixon once again did not reciprocate and froze up. Perry got the message and told Dixon to go to bed. Dixon was terrified and could barely sleep. From that moment on, Perry became extremely frustrated and possessive. Perry wanted desperately for Dixon to be attracted to him, but Dixon was not. In one exchange, Perry sent pictures of himself from the Bahamas to Dixon. Dixon responded that the water looked nice. Perry got upset that Dixon did not see the stud in the picture and instead focused on the water. Perry called Dixon an asshole for laughing out loud at Perry's desire for Dixon to call him a stud. Who even says stud? So this is the text message. Nice picture. The water does look calm. Nice picture. Great, amazing, awesome picture. You don't see that stud in the nice picture? Rude. LOL, that's a stud, asshole. This is reminding me of, let me see, who was it? TD Jakes. Muscle picture.
Wherever the road takes you.
This is not, listen, this sounds like a boyfriend and girlfriend situation where the girl is sounding off for attention. Okay, that's what it sounds like, because this is how take he act when my husband don't pay attention to me. Okay, when we was on vacation and he was handling business, I was giving him attitude. Okay, I was giving him attitude. And then when he came back to the house, okay, when he came back to the house and everything like that, I was giving him attitude. And he was like, oh, you know why we here? You know why we here? We here to handle business. I like, yeah, but I want to do all this. We in Abuja. I want to do all this and that. He's like, yeah, but after I close everything up with this deal, then yeah, okay. But I was giving this man attitude. It was not funny. I was acting like we was still boyfriend and girlfriend, not married 18 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm that type of woman. I can't go days without being around my husband. I can't go like long periods of time without being around him. Is that crazy? I don't know. But I can't go like long periods of time without being around him. You understand? Like, I get aggravated. Like, some women, like, they'll be like, oh, I don't need to be around my husband all the time and this and that. Oh, no, you know, he could go off for trips and disappear for like days and stuff like that. No, I'm a crack addict. I'm gonna be dialing a number so many times. I'm gonna be texting his ass like, where, excuse me, sir. You know, and when I call him sir, he know like, oh, she got an attitude. I call him sir. Sir, excuse me, sir. You know, I guess because we've been married too long. I don't know. Some women, when you've been married too long, some women, you know, you get tired of sleeping with your husband. I be hearing some of y'all stories. You get tired of sleeping with your husband. You get tired of doing things with your husband and stuff like that. Not me. I think the years I get more aggravated. Not aggravated, but like aggravation. Not aggravated to me, but aggravation I give him. So I don't know if that's fair. Because I, like, you know, when we were younger, I didn't used to, like, bite him. Like, we would fight, like, pillow fight and stuff. But now I just start biting him, like, just for no reason, you know? Bite him on his ear, his face. I'm biting him. That's just, I don't know, okay? It's more aggravation as the years go on. And I feel sorry for him sometimes, okay? I do. And then I look and I say he must have did something, and Yahweh say, this is your wife. This big fat girl right here, this your wife. So I don't know if he did something and then he landed with me. So I don't know what it is. But anyway, let's continue. Oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my God. Let's go. Let's go. Oh God.
I deserve better. I deserve attention all the time. Dixon, out of fear of the unknown of the future, Dixon, out of fear for the unknown future of his career, continued to give Perry the social attention he demanded, even though Dixon would constantly get sexually harassed. On several occasions, Perry would text Dixon while drunk. In one exchange, Perry told Dixon, you know what I cook? You know what I cook, Derek? And then proceeds to say, I'm so drunk, talking shit. In December of 2020, Dixon began feeling depleted due to Perry's continued pattern of sexual harassment. The assaults and harassment began manifesting in his physical health, and Mr. Dixon had no one to turn to. Dixon visited a physician who indicated that Dixon exhibited severe symptoms of acute stress, insomnia, stomach issues, dangerously low cortisol levels due to sexual harassment and assault. Okay, so let's see. Dangerously low cortisol. No, that I've never heard of. So let's see.
Now you hear Dixon saying all the stuff that he going through, and people probably laughing at him. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. Let me share something with you. When someone wants your booty, okay, and you don't want to give your booty, it's stressful. When someone wants your cookie and you don't want to give your cookie, it's stressful, okay? So I do feel bad for Derek, but we're going to say alleged, because we don't know what really happened. But I like what Gregory just said. Gregory said he should just come out and tell the truth. That's what Tyler should have been done, okay? So then we all look at this like, okay, maybe they had a relationship going on, okay? Because he should have just came out and said what he is. Because when you get famous, baby, you can't hide nothing. You can't hide nothing when you become famous, because everybody is in your life. Everybody wants to know what the hell is going on. So I you know what? You don't even know if this might take him down, because SA is a problem. You hear me? SA is a problem. Here we go.
Prescribed Zoloft, an antidepressant for Dixon's ailments. Let's see. Okay. It says sexual harassment and assault, particularly in cases of early life trauma, have been linked to dangerously low cortisol levels. This phenomenon, known as hypercortisolism, may be a persistent result of such experiences and can lead to increased vulnerability to stress-related disorders. The more you know. PTSD and hypercortisolism.
Wow.
Observed in individuals with post-traumatic stress disorder, particularly in the context of early life abuse. Wow. So does that mean that he was talking to his doctor about the sexual assault? Hold on, let's try it.
Wow.
Give me 2 seconds. I need to get my charger so we can go back to
Now again, this is my humble opinion. Oprah Winfrey.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Oh my God.
Now again, this is my humble opinion. Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels, my beautiful black queens, my sweet babies. Over a lie and a rumor, all I want, Shannon, is an apology from my black brother.
Now you know that's that right there. Someone is playing out. He got like a little clip that is playing out with Monique. You know, acting up on Shay Shay. Oh my goodness, this is so heartbreaking. Okay, here he go. He come back from his commercial. Here we go.
The sexual harassment continued to the beginning of 2021. Perry continued sending Dixon unsolicited photos of Dixon's body from the set of the Oval, which with comments like, "Oh my God, look at that thing. They're thick. No, the weight difference. I can do see it. I can do see it. Thick Derek." Oh.
So all those naked scenes that Derek had on the show, Tyler was, clipping the pictures and sending it to Derek, talking about, oh, you look good and you thick and this and that. So he was, this is why he made Derek the rainbow character, so he could be getting naked and stuff and seeing him. I think Derek got a case. I think he got a case. Yeah, I think Derek got a case. Now, us just listening to it, I think he got a case. I ain't lying. Because why would you make I can't say boy. Why would you make this man the rainbow character and they doing sex scenes together with another man, and you taking pictures, you take pictures of him and then send it to him? Like the man got all the evidence by the texts and everything, all the texts that you sent him. Oh my God. Let's continue.
Nope. I can't deal with Thick Derek. What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have you found it in therapy? What's your waist? I'm so glad Big Derek, us back, is with us. Were you drunk, Tyler? Break out in ass and thighs. You home? I don't want you out with your friends drinking. You are the rose, but you are so blocked that you refuse to be smelt or opened. Jesus Christ.
He called him a
Jesus
rose.
Christ. When you finally are able to unlock your mind, you're going to make that person crazy. Crazy in a good way. Have you been intimate with someone? Why did that photo of plaintiff and another cast member make me jealous? You two together. Thick Derek, got that Chipotle. No, I can't. Only from your jeans. Derek is there to make men swoon. What I mean by that is you're so beautiful. When you finally are able to unlock your mind, you're going to make that person crazy. Crazy in a good way, Dixon responded. As long as my face doesn't get messed up. As long as it doesn't have a mark. And Tyler responded, what will leave a mark, Derek? Say it. On your neck? What do you mean you haven't? Have you been intimate with somebody? I can't wait to get that phone call from you when you tell me you let go and loved every minute of it. Referring to plaintiff's desire to openly engage in sexual encounters. No straight man would be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they wanted to F you. I would F you. Okay, where are those text messages though? Just, are you waiting? So what I found out through all of this work with the Diddy cases is, and a lot of those civil law.
Tyler wanted to sleep with this man. He said he keeps telling this man, I will F you. He want to sleep with this man, and Derek would not just succumb. He would not. Something happened in that room. Nobody will tell me that nothing happened. Something happened with Derek in that room. Oh my God. I'm going to share something with you. Even if Derek liked men, okay? Even if Derek liked men, the way he talk or whatever, that he liked men or whatever like that, that still don't give anybody the right to try to take his booty, okay? Just because you like men, that doesn't give anybody the right to take your booty, okay? Just like they tell women you have to give up the pussy freely, okay? Free will, okay? Just like you got to give up the pussy freely, like you spread your legs, okay? You have to give up the booty freely too, okay? You got to give up the booty freely. That's not right, okay? It's not right. It's sad. Because you wanted the booty so bad. The booty about to break your empire, Tyler. Instead of you just getting somebody who like you, okay? You running after somebody who don't like you, that just wanted to do business with you, not let you, drop that hammer. Because just like he said in the doggone complaint, is that it looked like a snake was down there, okay? It looked like a snake. And when a woman see a snake, this is the same thing. When a woman see a snake, she's not going that far. There's some women who are giants. Shout out to those women, okay? When you see a snake, you don't run. Shout out to you, my sisters, okay? But listen, the booty bandit is real, okay? Booty bandit is real. How you can't be booty bandit if you hanging low like that? Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
They put out their first complaint, and then in the amended complaint, they'll throw out all kinds of other proof. So I'm reserving judgment. I'm just kind of going through this with you guys. I'm reserving judgment because we don't know what other proof there might be. Remember Christian Keys had said that he was actually recording it. So he was recording the conversations. This person said he's been collecting his evidence. So, what are you doing hanging out with that girlfriend of yours? She wants you to. Everyone wants to F Jacob, referring to Dixon's character in the pilot losing it. Oh, so he does have a girlfriend. After several weeks of unreciprocated sexual innuendos and demands for attention, Perry lashed out at Dixon on set and asked if he needed to punch Dixon in the stomach for Dixon to act the way Perry envisioned in a scene. This exchange was highly tense, and Perry's reaction stunned several cast members. Actors on set consoled Dixon for the abrasive interaction, confused as to why Perry overreacted in such a manner. But Dixon knew that Perry was lashing out due to his frustration at the lack of attention Dixon was giving him. On or around June 4, 2021, Perry invited Dixon to his house to spend some time together and discuss the pilot of Losing It. Although Dixon hesitated, he feared.
So Dixon has a girlfriend too. So Dixon has a girlfriend too. But something is not right, because ain't that much of a job in the world if I'm naked and I get in the bed and then another man get in the bed with me and he naked and I don't whoop ass. You understand? As a man, if another man get in the bed, then we talking about real men here. We talking about real men, okay? So if you got a girlfriend and you sleep over your boss house and you naked in the bed, and then your boss come in and get in the bed with you and he naked, that's an ass whooping. Yeah, I lost my job that day. That's an ass whooping, okay? If you a man, that's an ass whooping right there. Ain't no straight man gonna let another man lay next to them and they naked. That's an ass whooping. I don't care if he drunk or anything. I don't care nothing about that. Once a man know another man is laying next to him and he's a straight man, he gonna whoop ass. I don't care if he drunk. He gonna put his clothes, after he done whoop your ass, he gonna put his clothes on and walk out that house. No, something's wrong somewhere. Something's wrong somewhere. So that means Derek is doing nonsense too. Okay? He doing nonsense too. Okay? Let's continue.
Consequences of disappointing Perry and believed once losing it was a big show, he would be freed from under the clutches of Perry. During this visit, Perry made several alcoholic beverages for himself and demanded to know why Dixon was not having sex with anyone. Perry probed further about Dixon's sex life, insisting that the two were becoming increasingly drunk and it was time to end the night. Perry then led Dixon to a guest house where a guest bedroom was. Dixon would be staying there that night. Inside the guest bedroom, Perry motioned to Dixon to come see a weight monitor that he had. Perry told Dixon that for the monitor to work, Dixon would need to step on the monitor wearing only his underwear and push Dixon to try it out. Dixon tried to avoid the uncomfortable situation, but decided it was better to comply and hurry to bed than wait for the alternative at that point.
He told you to take your clothes off and stand on the weight monitor with your underwears, and you comply. No. Okay, let's continue.
So Dixon walked toward the guest bedroom, followed by Perry, who then asked Dixon for a goodnight hug. Rather than arguing, Dixon complied, at which point Perry reached out and yanked Dixon's underwear down from behind. Now, that's the same allegation that man said about TD. He said, this is just that.
He said, as he hugged him, these two men hugging. Why are y'all hugging? Okay? Alleged. Why y'all hugging? Okay? You hugging, and then he snatched your panties down. Not your panties. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about a girl, not your panties. Pull your underwears down, your boxers down. And then what happened? Renee said, why was Dixon acting like a scared little girl, allegedly? Renee, me and not me first, but 18 was like, Tyler is hanging low. And that's why he was scared. Tyler is hanging low. Now, if a man got an anaconda, every woman is scared of the anaconda. Okay? So, you see how big Tyler is. You see how big he is. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, my God. Okay? Renee said, booty bandit action. Yes, honey. Okay? Bella said, might as well be panties. Oh my God. Let's continue. Here we go. Daniel said, I can't say that word. Ninja behavior. Oh my goodness. Let's continue. Here we go.
Then TD Jakes at the end of the night told him he needed a hug. Perry then began to vigorously grab, grope, and play with Dixon's buttocks in a sexual manner. Dixon was naked, stunned, and seized by tremendous fear. Dixon started to tell Perry that he did not want his underwear down, that Dixon didn't want to be naked, and that Dixon didn't want this. Dixon quickly reached to pull his underwear back up. As soon as he did, Perry grabbed Dixon's reaching arm with a tight grip and held fast. Tyler Perry told Dixon to relax and just let it happen, and that Perry wasn't going to hurt Dixon. Perry continued to sexually grope Dixon's buttocks. Dixon's anxiety rapidly escalated, thinking that he might soon be R-worded. Dixon was not sure what to do with his breath shortened. Perry ignored Dixon's refusals and held Dixon's hand fast, preventing him from reaching for his underwear. Dixon was naked and being groped by a large, drunk, and sexually frustrated 6'5" man who had Dixon in his clutches. Tyler is big as hell. Dixon did not know if he was going to have to get into a physical...
He big, and you booty butt naked. He said, calm down and let it happen. Okay? So there's a difference how y'all men talk to men. Because you know what men talk when they say to women? They'll tell you, I just want to put the tip in. Just the tip. That's what they tell us all the time. I just want to put the tip in. Just the tip. It's not gonna hurt. I just want to put the tip in. So when y'all be messing with these men, y'all be telling them, relax and let it happen. But when y'all tell women, y'all be like, I just want to put the tip in. It ain't gonna hurt. And then all of a sudden, you know, it go left and you start hearing this and everything like that. So, you know, I have been tricked like that many times by my husband. So I understand, especially when we were dating, you know. He tricked me a couple times like that. But did he trick me because I wanted it? I don't, you know. Anyway, let's continue. Here we go.
That any efforts to fight back were hopeless. Perry had armed security at his gate, was much larger than Dixon, and told Dixon that he had several guns in his home. Dixon was desperate for a way out and remarked that he couldn't do anything sexual because he was so hungry, attempting to change the conversation. Dixon asked, is there any food up here? Which prompted Perry to withdraw and order a pizza. Dixon, in fear of his safety, followed Perry into the main house to eat pizza. Afterwards, Dixon returned to the guest house and, unable to lock the bedroom door, locked himself in the guest house bathroom and slept on the floor. Dixon then attempted to contact some close friends about the incident. The following morning, Dixon realized that he had left his car keys in the main house, and upon going to retrieve them, encountered Perry. Perry told Dixon that last night's incident was why the two shouldn't drink together, and that the previous night's incident shouldn't have happened. Dixon responded saying, oh, so that was my fault, to which Perry replied, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that shouldn't have happened and I drank too much. Attempting to excuse himself for grabbing Dixon's buttocks, groping Dixon, and attempting to have sex with Dixon against his will. At this point, Dixon left Perry's home uncontrollably shaking and contacted his close friends to discuss the unspeakable horror from the night before. For the next several days, until June 6, 2021, Perry texted and called Dixon.
So after that incident, now this is crazy because there's two incidents like this now. So one incident was at his house. The other incident was on the island. Okay, so this is two incidents like that. Okay, now the problem is that how did you get Tyler off you? That's the problem right there. That's the problem. How did it, see, they not telling the whole story. How did he get Tyler off him? You understand? How did he get him off him? Okay? No. I don't want to hear nothing. 6'5"? Look how big Tyler is. How did you get him off you? Okay? No, something happened. They not telling all that. Maybe they're going to tell it in court. But something happened because how did you get this man off you? Can you imagine? 6'5", okay? This is why they have big bubbas in prison. You ever see, like, you know, you be hearing shit and stuff like that, and you watch how he just, Big Bubba be breaking those brothers down just because he too big. The brothers can't even fight back, okay? How? No. Let's continue. Oh my goodness.
Blaming the testosterone supplements he was taking at the time. Perry had confided in Dixon about those supplements in past messages and decided to use them as a scapegoat for his action. Dixon emphasized that he was not okay with what happened and that he had never asked Perry for anything, to which Perry replied, I know, that's why I like you. Perry further attempted to rectify his misconduct by inviting Dixon on a yacht trip and telling Dixon that Perry was for sure going to make Dixon's pilot. Dixon realized that Perry was offering to make...
And he kept going. Like, I would not... All these things you invited me to, he invited you to his yacht. He invited you onto some water, and you keep going. Why? He done invited you to the island, you don't win. He invited you to his house, you don't win. He put you in one of his apartments, and you went to live there. There's no way. And now he inviting you on a yacht. Where you gonna run to, though? The yacht thing, where's you running to now? There's nobody there. It's only going to be you and him. So where are you going to run to now? This probably when it happened. Let's see what happened. Let's see.
To effectively silence Dixon. Perry sent a text message trying to arrange for Dixon to come on his yacht with another person so that Dixon would feel more comfortable. Dixon responded that he would not board the yacht and refused Perry's invitation. After Dixon refused to go on the yacht, Perry did not text Dixon for 5 months, sensing that Dixon was upset. Perry called Dixon once to update him that Perry was looking for a director for the pilot. During this 5-month period, Dixon was regularly in therapy. He suffered from severe depression.
Oh, he didn't go. Oh, that was smart. I'm glad you didn't go. That would have been something else. You wouldn't have got away then, okay? You wouldn't have got away, not on the water. Here we go.
Anxiety, stomach pains, nausea, resulting in new prescription for another antidepressant. Dixon was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, and his therapist recommended that he seek outpatient treatment, costing upwards of $20,000, a price too high for Dixon at the time. So I'm wondering if Dixon is telling him that the person assaulting him is Tyler, because that will definitely work in his favor in this court case. Adia trying to take somebody's booty. During that time,
Booty Bandit is real. Booty Bandit is real. Gregory says Dixon is tall. Dixon is tall. Hmm. But how come he kept pinning, like, pinning him though? So is Dixon weak or something? And Tyler, because Tyler's a big guy. 6'5" is a big guy, and he's big. He's not even like a slim 6'5". You know what I'm saying? Like he's a big 6'5". So how, he kept pinning him. How is that? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Gregory, we talking about straight men and women, and then we talking about, the other side, the rainbow side. We talking about both. I'm mixing it in. Okay? Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
speaking with people about the sexual assault and was assessing his rights. As soon as Perry realized that Dixon was done talking to him, Dixon got a message from Perry's fixers. Perry's fixers contacted Dixon indicating Dixon's character on the Oval, the one who was shot, will be returning with a new storyline next season, and Dixon was receiving a graduated raise from $10,000 per episode to $16,000 per episode, and that would continue to increase upwards of $19,000 per episode over the coming seasons. The attorney said that Christmas came early for Dixon because he was doing a good job on the Oval. However, they also told Dixon he was forbidden from letting his castmates know about the raise because nobody other than him will be receiving a similar pay increase. Lastly, the fixers told Dixon that Perry wanted to buy the right to produce the pilot of Losing It and planned to spend up to $1 million producing the pilot. Dixon immediately knew why he was getting this raise and why the pilot was being produced. He knew he could keep the money and the job, or complain about the sexual harassment, but not both. The situation facing Dixon presented a challenging decision that left him unable to take any action or make any decision. The prospect of sexual assault and harassment becoming public and dealing with Perry's highly paid attorneys was daunting. Perry had significant resources, whereas Dixon did not. Dixon's goals of working as an actor and being discovered for his talents might be jeopardized. In what was an extremely difficult decision, Dixon bowed to the pressure and fear of losing his livelihood, and in hopes of advancing his career, Dixon decided to return to the set and have his pilot produced. He insisted, however, and decided to put safeguards in place between himself and Perry. In 2021, Dixon returned to shoot the Oval. It was then when he saw Perry for the first time in person since June 2021 sexual assault. Dixon suffered a panic attack in his trailer, prompting another actor to calm Dixon down. Seeing that Dixon was still upset, Perry knew that he had to up the ante to ensure Dixon's silence. Perry began periodically texting plaintiff regarding the reproduction of the pilot, Losing It, to string Dixon along. Soon after, Dixon received a call from a member of Perry's production team telling him that they were considering shooting Dixon's pilot in the coming fall of 2021. Dixon was desperate for this good news given the uncertainty surrounding his finances and concern about his future. On or around March 4, 2022, Dixon signed a literary purchase agreement of the pilot, giving the rights of the series to the defendant, Tyler Perry Studios. Dixon was unaware of TPS's pre-existing television contracts with Viacom CBS, now known as Paramount Global, which would later prevent the sale of Dixon's show to any media outlets or streaming services for 2 years. On or around March 2022, shortly after...
Okay. I think Dixon got a case. I think he got a case. Even though he kept going back, I think he has a case. Yeah. I thought this might just be, nothing. I thought it was nothing because sometimes people come after famous people just because, it's money or whatever. But it's yeah, he got a case. He gonna get that money. He got a case. Now, this might open up a can of worms for the other men that this might have happened to. So this might open up another case for all the other men, even Christian. Y'all remember Christian that used to do all Tyler Perry movies and videos and stuff. Y'all remember? And then he let him go too because Christian probably was like, nah, I'm not that way. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Guys, that is the end of our show with Tyler Perry and all his foolery. I feel bad for Dixon. I hope he gets some help. Oh my goodness. You know what the thing is? When these things happen to men, there's no outlet and nobody believes them. They even get laughed at too. That's why a lot of men, when these things happen to them when they're young, they go like this. They just stay quiet and they stay with that. Sometimes it be their cousin, their brother, their god brother. Sometimes it's the uncle, the godfather. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bad things happen to men, and they stay quiet because when people tell, you try to tell somebody, the person immediately call, oh, you this, you that, call you all types of names. So there's a lot of men of every color that they just stay quiet. But the man who did it to them, they stay away from them. You will notice. You notice. Okay? Don't get it twisted. Sometimes, listen, it don't always be the men too. It be the older girls, the older women, the older girl cousins that do it to they cousins too, and traumatize these boys too. But we only focus on the girls being touched, but the boys do too. So I feel bad for Derek. I do. Now I know this video was something kind of, crazy, and it was a little funny at times and stuff like that. But the heartbreaking situation is that Derek got to deal with that. How you tell somebody your no is not loud enough? Damn. Your no is not loud enough. Mm. Okay. Thank you, baby, for the rubies, Black Queen, and also I got somebody else who gave me something to $1.99. Baby, I forgot your name. I think you said gotcha something. I forgot your name, baby. Thank you so much for donating to the channel, taking time to donate to the channel today. I greatly appreciate it. Everybody who took time to donate to my channel, thank you so much. And let me get you something so I can close out, okay? So this is what I got for you first, okay? Let me see. So this is my first one. This is for the $1.99 super chat. Here we go, baby.
I like a cornrow, I wear cornrow. The only reason why you wear cornrow is because you got a brother on your arm. If you didn't have a brother, you wouldn't have no cornrow. Brother on my arm, no brother on your arm.
Now, for the rubies, thank you so much, Black Queen. And here we go, Black Queen. I got something for you. Here we go.
Unpopular opinion, you guys might hate me for this, but city girl culture has literally ruined a generation of girls and women.
The fact that that would be an unpopular opinion, coupled with the fact that you had to give a disclaimer because they'll possibly hate you for that statement, says everything you need to know about modern women.
Because you got to give a disclaimer. Anytime you get in here and tell the truth, you got to say the disclaimer first, because women immediately get offended like this. Everybody have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for coming to rock with me. I greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Okay. Thank you so much. If you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmracksfashion.com. Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay is in the links in my bio. If you want to shop with us. If you want to shop merch, you can scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store. Okay? It got hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, baby clothes, all that good stuff. You hear me? So go check it out. It got me, cartoon form. In the back, it says in bubble letters, take heed to the message. Okay? Much love to you all. If you want to donate through Cash App and Venmo, the links are in my bio as well. I greatly appreciate all y'all time today, because you didn't have to come and rock with me. You didn't have to say, let me see what this loudmouth heifer talking about. And I greatly appreciate y'all spending time with me today. God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, baby. Take it easy, everybody.